Street Champs, come get put on. Today I'm here with Stev Dawg and Ese Silient of Steel City Hustlers. How you guys doing tonight?
What's
Doing
cracking?
pretty good, man. What's cracking?
I'm glad to be here. We all right?
Mm.
How about you?
Chilling, man. I'm excited to have you. This is your second time
likewise,
here.
Likewise, hell yeah. I know we've been talking for a while, trying to get us on here and shit. It's just, it's hard to get the home because they be working a lot. They be grinding, you know. So it's hard to get all three of us together, and all three of us were supposed to be here today, but last night we fucking got all fucked up because we did that concert, and
We'll get into that.
yeah, and the homie got slumped. You know what I mean? So that was
Shout out to Stomper G.
hell yeah, big stomp.
We'll do another one with all three of you guys.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, we can make it like a reoccurring thing.
Yeah.
You know, you guys have. I'd say there's not a lot of people in public that have some momentum, and you guys are definitely really doing the thing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Yeah, appreciate that shit. We've been doing it for a while and shit. Fucking yeah, for a while. Well, me, he's been in it for like shit almost
About 8 years now.
About 8 years now. I was thinking about that the other day. But I've been doing it since I was like 14 years old. You know what I mean? I did my first concert when I was 16 at the Memorial Hall where we did a concert last night.
Wow.
With MB Riders.
Yeah.
And then I just stuck to music ever since then. And
Could I just?
when I got out of prison, my homie Stomper fucking introduced me to him because they know each other. And he came and did a track with us, and I was like, damn, I want to put this fool on the team. And so this how
Just kind of took off from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just pretty much. I don't know. I kind of got into it with you a little earlier about it, but I've been like rapping and kind of doing music, I guess, to myself for years, but it wasn't until I started getting noticed where it got out there until I linked up with Steel City Hustlers. And like I said, that was about 2016.
How old are you guys?
I'm 34.
34.
Yeah.
31.
31?
About to be 32 here in April.
Hell yeah.
Feels weird saying that.
Ah, yeah, shit. Hey, I'm young at heart, though, you know? Shit, I still feel like I'm young.
Age is a mindset.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Fucking, and then fucking they say prison preserves you, too, so, or I read this article, too, when I was in prison, that if a person does more than 3 years, like, in confinement, so, like, pretty much in jail, you know, prison, they mentally stay the age that they got locked up at.
Yeah, I believe that.
And which is true, because I know a lot of my older homies, a lot of them fools, they act like teenagers, you know? A lot of the you know what I mean?
Especially once they come out.
Yeah.
They have to rehabilitate to the way of living out here in the streets.
Trying to catch up or trying to fucking make up time for that lost time, you know? So the mentality stays there, so.
Yeah.
And I believe that, you know what I mean? Some doctor, I forgot what her name was, but it was an article that I read when I was locked up.
Yeah, that's like when anything happens, I feel like traumatic, like people will remain that age. Like when people I don't want to fucking correlate it, but when people get like sexually assaulted at a young age, like they'll like mentally like stay like 10.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Yeah, and when they grow up, like not to talk shit, but like those are the girls who like become promiscuous and shit, you know.
Damn.
Like fucking or daddy issues, you know what I mean? Like how chicks with daddy issues, that's just a nice way of she's a hoe, you know what I mean? Because that's what it is, you know what I mean? They try to go and get loved by other dudes, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At least that's how I see it, you know?
Just traumatic events,
yeah, for sure,
cause you to just stay
in that case of sexual assault. Yeah. So I definitely.
But also going to prison, man, that's traumatic.
Yeah, for sure. When I got out, that shit was fucking took me a while to adjust, and we were talking about it last night. I was telling the homies, like, I've been out longer than I did in prison, you know, but every day I still think about my homies, you know. Every day, like, there hasn't a day that passed by where I don't think about some of the homies that I met, you know, because there's most of them are never getting out, you know, and they're good individuals, you know what I mean? And I just come out here, you know what I mean? And I try fucking with people who kind of like have that same mindset, you know what I mean? So when Stomp introduced me to Stev, you know, I was like, yeah, I fuck with homie, you know what I mean? And he's there, you know what I mean? If I ever need him, he's there, you know what I mean? So why not? And he has some bars, you know what I mean? So why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, we all hit it off pretty quick. You know what I mean? It just took just a few studio sessions, and like I had said before, man, for me it wasn't I guess I never expected anything to become of this music the way it did. For me, it was just like a hobby. I was going in there, going to record, and then one day he hits me up asking me if I want to jump on a show, and then it like was a snowball effect, man. It took off, and next thing I know, one thing led to another, and it led from paying to do shows to getting paid to do shows. You know, getting paid from the music when it was just, I don't want to say fun and games, but you know, it's kind of like
Playing with
in
it.
that form. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You start off with something, and you don't think that it's going to evolve into the monster that it does.
Yeah. All right. Before we get all into the music and stuff, I wanna go back into like y'all as like kids and stuff. Wait, are you guys from Pueblo, born and raised?
Yeah, I'm born and raised here from Pueblo, Colorado, the east side of town.
Hell yeah, me too. When I was actually like a little kid, my family was from the west side, but I was always getting in trouble over there, you know. So my mom moved us over to the east side when I was younger. Been there ever since, you know. And we still there in the hood today, you know.
Yeah, we still live there on the east side, man. Hard old habits are hard to break, you know.
What do you mean by that?
Just like I've lived all over town. I lived in the east side. I've lived in the south side, you know, and
But that's your barrio, you know what I
it
mean?
ain't
That's
nothing
where
like
you're from.
home.
Ain't nothing like home.
yeah.
You know?
So like, don't get me wrong. Every side of town has its own little ghetto, has its good and its bads, but like for everyone, you know, where are you most comfortable? You're comfortable home, and to me, the east side is home. You know what I mean? So that's where I reside and that's where I stay. You know, and I'm cool with a lot of people. I'm able to move around, you know, freely.
Move around comfortably
Yeah.
anywhere. Shit.
I
You're a
get my
blue homie,
respect,
shit.
you know, but
You know what's cracking.
yeah, for the most part, like I said, old habits are hard to break, so it's just kind of hard to leave where you're from. You know what I mean?
Do you have any kids?
Yeah, I got kids.
He's a good dad. I tell him all the time. Like I salute him all the time. Like fool,
Right on, homie.
like that shit's inspiring, you know. Bobo takes care of his kids. Hell yeah. I got kids too. And so does Stomper too. So we all have kids, you know, so we all, you know what I mean? We've got to balance everything out,
Yeah.
you know?
And that's my thing, man. I guess I try to instill the best that I could in my kids to let them know that there's still, you know, I guess good men out there.
Shout out to his daughter too, Little C.
Yeah,
He got
daughter's
to track with her. She's on his album.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, my daughter, she could spit some flows, man. She's pretty good.
Really?
Yeah, she's a good little artist. She's got them bars in her, man.
Yeah, shout out Little C.
She got to be on the show one day.
Yeah, we'll definitely try to get something working and get her out here.
That'd be cool. All right, so growing up and stuff, did you guys finish high school?
I did. Yeah. I graduated.
Hell yeah, I did too. I had dropped out in 9th grade, and then because I was on probation, I went on the run. And when I got caught, my probation officer made me go back to school. So I went to a diploma program at PCC, and graduated in 6 months.
Oh, yeah.
Had this ceremony at the state fair and everything, so it was all legit. Got the diploma, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it took 6 months. So, and I'm glad I did that. You know, I'm glad that little event happened. Because if that wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have went back to school. You know. So like in the end, I'm kind of thankful that I did get caught over that petty crime. You know.
Yeah. Yeah, and I went to Central High School. Shout out to the Wildcats. That's where I graduated from.
I graduated from Keating. Shout out Keating Panthers.
Is it Panthers?
Hell yeah.
I
Across
know,
the street from
like-
Central.
Yeah.
Dragons.
Yeah.
Or well, every school has their own little mascot, you know.
Yep.
What kind of kids were you guys in high school? What were you guys doing?
High school.
Yeah.
Shit. I was thugging on the block, really getting in trouble, really.
At what age did you, quote unquote, start thugging on the block? You know, I don't know if that's the appropriate way to say that.
Yeah, shit. I started acting up shit when I was young. Like I said, when I lived in the west side, I just was always getting in trouble. Always getting in fights with them, with the fools from over there. You know, they just wanted me to be a part of them, and I just didn't believe in what their little movement and what they're doing. So, and I got kicked out of. I used to go to Irving Elementary. I got kicked out because one of them told the principal that I was gonna fucking stab him. So like when we came back from fucking recess or whatever, gym or something, I don't remember. I remember coming in and my mom was there and there was 2 cops and they were fucking searching through my desk and I was like, what the fuck? So they kicked me out and then I ended up going to Summerlid because that's still over there in that area. I fucking went there and then Freed is in that area. But like in all them schools, I was just getting in trouble. You know what I mean? Getting in fights, like, and not even fights. You know what I mean? Like them fools used to fucking jump me. You know what I mean? I used to get jumped. You know what I mean? Just cause you're
When you're from a
you're
different-
living, you're here. You go to school with us. You know what I mean? You're cool with all of us. Cause I used to be cool with them. You know what I mean? And they're like, just come roll with us. And I was like nah. So I would always get jumped, you know, all the time, fool, all the time.
That's kind of how it is. Like, I don't know. I guess the way you gotta try to put it, you're either with us or you're against us. You know what I mean? So, if you're around the neighborhood and they want you to get in on it with them, and you're just like, nah. Like, I probably at this point in time, I imagine he was probably a lot younger, to where he was like, nah, I ain't ready for that yet. You know what I mean? So they have that mentality, I guess. You know, if you ain't with us, you're against us type shit, right?
Yeah, pretty much, exactly. That's exactly what it was. Because they weren't my homies no more after that. I mean, I never went to their houses, but you know what I mean? We were
Just hung
school
out.
friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We went to school together.
Just hangouts and shit.
But like nowadays, like I see them fools and like none of them fools fucking, like, it's crazy because like a lot of fools grew up. You know what I mean? But like my mind is still stuck in that prison shit. You know what I mean? And I'm still on the fucking gang shit, I guess you could say. Fucking, so I see them now and they're like, oh, trying to be cool with me, and I'm like, well, what's up, fool? You know what I mean? Remember back in, you fools used to jump me, homie.
Yeah.
And there's just always like them fools ain't really on that shit no more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like it kind of gives me like I don't know what you would say, but like you're a weenie, fool. You know what I mean?
Kind of gives you that.
You're a
upper
weenie.
hand
You know what I
now.
mean?
Yeah.
You ain't about that life no more, homie. You
Yeah.
fucking, which is good. Grow up. You know what I mean? Do your thing, homie. But the lifestyle ain't for everybody. You
Yeah.
know?
Just pretty much stay on your side.
Yeah.
That's
like,
fair.
Yeah, for me, like, man, I've always been a troublemaker. I want to say, like, when it came to like school and stuff, I tried to do my best. You know what I mean? I mean, just like anyone else, you want to try to make your parents proud. You know what I mean? But I had my fair share of trouble. You know what I mean? But for the most part, my dad kept my ass in line because, you know, my dad was gang affiliated and stuff, and he didn't want this life for us. You know what I mean? But you know, it just sometimes that's just how it goes. You kind of just end up going your own way, and things still end up happening either way. You know. But yeah, other than that, man, I like I said, I had my fair share, you know, getting in trouble, getting involved in the streets, and same for me. It started at a young age, especially being around my uncles and stuff, you know, the neighborhood that we're from, you know, I was probably hanging around with them when I was like 7, 8 years old, drinking and smoking, doing stuff I wasn't even supposed to be doing, bro.
7-year-old smoking cigarettes or weed or what?
Smoking weed, yeah, drinking beer.
Same.
But
So where'd you guys get the weed from at 7 years old?
Older cousins.
well, no, my uncles were older, man. They would let me smoke and drink with them.
Damn.
Like
I had
that's what
18-year-old cousins
that was their
that were
thing.
thugging. You know what I mean, on the block.
Yeah, my uncles, like, to them, they were like, I'd want to hang out and be around them because I always had like pretty girls with them and shit, and they'd be drinking, partying. It just seemed fun, and they'd be like, "Get out of here," you know what I mean? You're supposed to be around us. And one of my older homeboys, he, you know, rest in peace. He just passed away a couple years back. My homie Mark, bad boy.
Hell yeah, rest in peace.
He,
It was good. It was solid.
You know, he would it would be funny because he'd be like, "Man, you can't hang around with us. Get the fuck out of here. You know, if you're gonna hang out with us, you better slam this beer. You know, drink with us, whatever."
Yeah.
So here I am, just a little kid, you know, slamming Milwaukee's best or whatever it is that they could afford, you know, and then like the weed smoking, man, it started with, you know, with one of my other uncles, you know, same thing, gang affiliated, and just me just trying to fit in, bro. Honestly, just trying to be something that I wasn't, I guess.
And then eventually it molds you into that.
Into who we are.
Yeah, it molds you into that. You know what I mean? If you're if you go out in the woods and raised by wolves, you know what I mean? You're going to start acting like a wolf, you know what I mean? Like if you're a baby and you grow up with wolves, like,
Yeah.
I know it sounds cliche, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
that's what it is. If
You're a product of your environment.
yeah, you adapt,
That's
and you learn how to,
exactly what
like,
we
all right,
became.
well, this is how it is, and I got to move like this.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fair. what I don't know if this is out of the line question. What I guess were they your uncles claiming? What were they?
We're from Eastside Playboy, OBBP. And it's just like I guess it was kind of just like a neighborhood gang, like a family gang that started. And just like anywhere else, you know, it's just that neighborhood. They're trying to protect the block, you know, and everyone from the neighborhood was from 1100 block, you know, and that was like our thing. And
it's an old ass neighborhood too.
Yeah.
I remember my cousins would talk about them. OBPP,
yeah. And then it just started off from like everyone being on this block to, you know, as of course as everyone grows up, they move around, but for the most part, all the homies kind of just stood in that general area because we kind of just protected the neighborhood and just kind of watched out basically for our people, you know what I mean? It's kind of like any typical neighborhood gang story, you know what I mean? Everyone just kind of protects their area, looks out for the area, looks out for their people.
Protecting and like watching out from like
outsiders, other gangs,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Even at that, like if
I'm not saying this shit's all gangland here and fucking fools be shooting each other. It's not like that, you know what I mean? I mean, sometimes it is, but for the most part, it just pretty much, you know what I mean?
It's just like looking out for your neighbor, like, you know what I mean? You see some outsider walking through the block and you got someone living up on First Street, they could call Grams and say, hey, you know, there's this dude over here looking through windows, breaking in cars. So that's kind of pretty much just the protection. And then, you know, of course, like my uncles or the homies, whatever, they kind of just barricade the block. And if you weren't from there and you didn't belong there, then you were going to get fucking stomped out. You know what I mean? Or if you're going to pass through, you pass through with respect. And that's kind of how it is for any neighborhood here that I know, you know, from the guys that I met from like his neighborhood. You know, if you're gonna pass through, show respect, and then you're cool. But you come through and you fucking breaking windows or just, you know, stealing shit, whatever.
Doing dumb shit, stealing car radios and shit.
It's gonna, yeah. That's pretty much how it went.
Spray painting on the walls, you know, doing dumb shit.
Yeah.
So you guys are not from the same neighborhood?
No. Nah, we're both from the same area though, on the east side.
Yeah. Yeah,
and like I said, when I was younger, my cousins would always tell stories, like, because I used to beef with them fools.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So they would always tell stories about them fools. And I never really met any until I got out of prison. And when Stomp introduced, you know what I mean? Then he introduced me to his older homies. And, you know what I mean? Put two and two together. This is because they're the same age as my older cousins, you know what I mean? So that's obviously who they're talking about, you know?
Yeah.
But... yeah, rest in peace, Mark. He was a good ass older homie from his neighborhood and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, and yeah, it's just like any side of town, man. Any side of, you know, you go to the south side and there's different barrios or different neighborhoods, different gangs there. You know, they're not everyone just because you're from the south side, it's all the same gang. Like, there's guys that are from B-Town, but B-Town has its own little separate cliques, you know. And
in high school, you guys were already kind of involved in that by 7 or 8. You guys were kind of already involved in that.
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I guess
not necessarily the gang stuff, just being around them.
Yeah, being around it.
Like I said, and for me, like, it wasn't even like starting off them doing bad shit. Well, they were doing bad shit, but it was like drinking and partying.
Yeah, you as a kid, you know what I mean, your older cousins, or in his case, your older uncles, you know what I mean. You see them doing their thing, you know what I mean. They got the bitches, you know what I mean. They got the money, you know what I mean. They got all that. Like, as a kid, you admire that. Any kid would, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Give a fuck whose kid it is. A fucking kid's gonna admire that and think that's cool. So he's gonna want to do that. You know what I mean? And it's up to, I guess, the parents to keep that mindset instilled in that kid, you know?
And seeing like
because there's kids who grow up and stay with that, but then there's kids that grow up that change. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not necessarily change, but
like,
going a better route.
Like where he's talking about, like, for me, what did it was I seen the way my dad and my uncles dressed. You know what I mean? The crease dickies, the G Nikes or the Chuck Taylors and the white shirts and flannels, Pendletons and stuff. You know what I mean? And like, you see that and it looks like the image is appealing. And then and then you see the women that were around. You know what I mean? And back then, this is like the Aquanet days, the 80s, 90s.
Yeah, big old pompadours and shit. You know what I mean? When they used to draw them with the Sharpies, all you females remember that shit. We used to go to middle school. I remember all that shit.
Yeah, and like, to me, like, man, that was like my weakness. I loved seeing them kind of women. I mean, like it was just like, to me, they were beautiful. You know what I mean? But I would see that, and like I would see how they acted, how they moved. I seen like it just, I guess like the juice that they had. You know what I mean? Like they had the juice, and you would see that, and like it's appealing. That lifestyle is appealing, and then they're drinking, they're partying, they're smoking, and it's almost like they're doing what they want.
Yeah.
So what is
as a kid, you want to do that.
Yeah, you want to do that.
That's what
too.
kids want to do. They want to do what they want. You know what I mean? That's
And
why
true.
kids start acting out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's why kids are fucking bad, because they see they're influenced by something that they seen.
And don't get me wrong, like my parents were good parents. They did the best they could. They were always there, but like sometimes my mom would be away and I'd just be hanging out with my uncles, or you know what I mean? Like my parents were separated, so my dad didn't always know what I was doing. He didn't know like when I was sneaking off, you know, drinking, smoking, having fun, partying, whatever. And like on my mom's side, the family, like I come from a Mexican family, so like they'd have little like get-togethers and stuff and cookouts and stuff. So like when your uncles are all drinking and partying and there's music going on, hey, go grab me a beer. You know, you go as a little kid, I'd grab two, you know, so
Yeah.
put one in my pocket and give one to my uncle. And then I'd run to my cousins and we'd like, hey, yeah, we all got our own little stash and we're drinking. Just bad kids, bro, you know, just little mocosos, man.
Damn, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
So
And I guess I could agree with that too, because I used to do that to my mom. You know what I mean, my mom was a good parent too. You know what I mean, she's been my mom and my dad ever since my dad got deported. Because I also come from a Mexican family.
Mm-hmm.
My father got deported a while back, and
really,
my mom used to. My mom hasn't drank shit in almost like 15 years now, maybe.
That's good.
Fucking,
Yeah.
but she used to be a real bad alcoholic. But although she was the alcoholic, she's always fucking made sure me and my sister had food to eat, clothes on our back, you know what I mean? But same thing, you know what I mean? Fucking, she wouldn't pay attention to the beers in the fridge, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
fucking,
Yeah, I see.
I'd go and fucking take one. I'd be stealing her cigarettes, stealing her weed, all that, all the time.
Yeah,
But
see.
one thing I never did was like steal her car or stole money from her. You know what I mean?
See,
But
and
I'll steal her weed, you know what I mean?
I would steal cars. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I stole my mom, and like that's how my mom's side was. Like my mom struggled with alcohol, she, you know, from whatever, you know. But that's just her side of the family. Like my dad's side wasn't really like that. My dad, you know, like he would drink and smoke here and there, but it wasn't like something that would kind of take him down. And I guess like that's why I instill that side of him. Like, you know, if I want to kick something, I can kick a habit like nothing. Like, you know, I've been drinking too much, so then I tell myself like, hey, don't drink no more, you know, or chill out. But like all my weaknesses, I say I get that from my mom's side because she was a pretty bad drunk back then, you know.
what age did your dad get deported?
At what age of me?
Yeah.
Shit, I want to say maybe about 13, 14 maybe. But like even before then, he was in and out of my life. You know what I mean? That's why I said my mom was my mom and my dad my whole life. You know, because my dad was the fucking borracho too. That fool was always drinking and shit, always in the bars and shit. Because he used to be in a Mexican band and shit. So fucking, he was always in the fucking, you know what I mean? Always getting fucked up. You know how paisas are, you know?
Yeah.
Always in the streets and shit. Fucking so I didn't really know him too much. Like I remember stories when like we be chilling and shit, but yeah, for the most part I didn't really fuck with them. He used to fucking beat on my mom too. Fucking last time I talked to him right before he got deported, I told him if I ever see him again I was gonna fuck him up. So I told him I was gonna put hands on him like he did my mom. So fucking but yeah, he got deported sometime after that.
So it kind of made you like the man of the house early on, huh?
Shit, not even that, cause you know what I mean. I was on the block with the homies. You know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck. With, you know what I mean? My mom was drunk.
You know what
so
I
I was
mean?
out.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I
like
was out.
you're pretty much your own man though. You're
robbing houses. Shout out to
Yeah.
my fucking best friend at the time, Angelo. We were fucking like swapped at the same time 12, 13 fucking robbing houses, all on our block. He lived across the street from me, our whole block. Fucking robbed all them houses. We used to buy weed off this other
So
dude.
that's where you fuck up, man. Like one of my homies.
Your homie, yeah.
Well,
we
yeah.
we actually robbed his. He's not from. It's not one of his homies.
He's someone I know. But like even at that, what I meant was like my big homies.
little ass kid.
My big homies, they would tell me like, hey, you don't steal from the neighborhood. if you're gonna go rob fools and break in cars and shit, you go do that shit on the south side or go do it in University
But that
Park.
fool wasn't from the neighborhood. That fool wasn't from the neighborhood. So.
No, yeah, it's just some dude I know. But like, what I'm saying is, he would tell us like, don't steal from the east side. You know what I mean? You go hit them other fools. You know what I mean?
Don't steal from your own neighborhood.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
don't steal from your neighborhood. And that's kind of like for me. As I said, he fucked up.
Unless
He's
it's
over there
some,
robbing
you know
the
what I mean? Unless
block.
you're robbing somebody. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's a different.
But I've
story.
done it. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, and when I was younger, like, man, we fucking robbed the paletero, man. You know, and we kind of set him up. Like, we didn't take his money, but we took his ice cream. You know,
but like now, you know what I mean? Like if he wouldn't do that.
But
you know?
yeah, because like
if
now,
he did, we
like now I have that pride. But
I'd be
I was
mad
young.
at him. You know what I mean? If he did that now,
I didn't know. I was young, man. Like, my grandma took him. My grandma and my aunties were like, "Oh yeah, let's go drink at the bar," and he was like my grandma's neighbor, and he was new to the block, so we fucking hopped the fence and took like all his ice cream and shit. But bro, I was a kid. I didn't know no better. But like now we see this stuff happening to our paleteros and
all the shit that's happening now to our
and they're getting robbed and beaten. Like it kind of hurts you.
The races, yeah.
So like it was bad. You know, it was wrong of me to do that. But now that I'm older and I know, even if I seen my little brother or one of my little cousins or so, I'd probably smack him up like, hey bro, you know this.
But you gotta live and learn. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you live and learn.
Like one of his lyrics that he spits is to be old and wise, you gotta be young and crazy. Yeah. And ever since he did that's one of his bars that always stuck with me because I agree with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's just, I guess we all like the eras change, the generations change. Like I grew up a lot different. Like I have a lot of younger siblings. You know, I'm the oldest of like fucking 12 kids, bro. But you know,
Mexican family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest out of all my siblings. You know, but like for me, my generation growing up was different from my other brother and the brother then. You know, and it just keeps passing on. So like now I have a baby brother that's like real spoiled and like he can get away with murder. You know what I mean? When back then I wasn't. Mm-hmm. But like whatever lifestyle I lived it on the sneaks. You know, like I said, my parents didn't know what I was doing until like finally I started getting in trouble, and then they would see like, oh, all right, yeah, you know, now you're over here doing bad shit, stuff like that, man.
So you said you're the oldest?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
12. Wow.
Yeah.
So how
seems like 12?
It seems
I think
like 12.
there's like 8 or 9 of us, but Mexican families, bro. You know what I mean?
That would have been crazy.
My parents were busy.
And you said you just have one sister.
Huh?
You said you just have one sister?
Yeah, well, one that was in the home, but I have another sister too that she also lives in Mexico. Mm. Yeah, but yeah, it's just 2 sisters, and I think that's just because he wasn't really with my mom. I mean, they were together, you know what I mean? But my mom didn't stop kind of fuck with him, but he would still come around, you know what I mean? And those will be stories that I remember of him, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking happened with him being at the house, and my mom wouldn't even want him there. But I think if they were together, like how his parents were, they would have they would have ran up the numbers on me.
Yeah. See, well, my parents remarried though, so like my mom and dad weren't together. You know, thank God, because you know they got their differences and stuff. But like my dad remarried and had more kids, and then my mom remarried and had more kids. But you know, like I don't consider to me they're all my brothers and sisters because they all came from the seed. You know what I mean? So they're not. I don't really consider them half, even though I have like a stepdad and a stepmom and stuff. I guess I don't really see it that way. But yeah, it's just crazy because like my parents, you know, I think by the time I was 5, they were already apart. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And then just remarried or whatever. And
was that kind of tough?
Nah, I don't know. I mean, I guess like when I was younger, yeah, because they would fight over me a lot. Like I remember my dad would try to see me, and you know, when my dad was younger, you know, he wasn't a bad person, but like in my mom's eyes, he was a demon. You know, she always tried to make my dad seem like he was worse than what he was. But like, you know, my dad was gang affiliated. Of course, he was still into the street shit. You know, like he just being young and dumb. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And my mom didn't want that in my life, I guess. So she would like keep me from him from time to time. But they would always fight over me. And then my dad's done some time, you know. And during the time that my dad was locked up and put away, like my mom would like had met some other dude and took us off to fucking Wyoming, Texas, wherever because he was like a storm chaser. He did like roofing and shit.
Oh, wow.
So my mom like followed this fool wherever. And then one day he just like beat her ass down. and left us there. So like my grandfather and my grandmother had to go all the way to wherever we were, pick us up, and take us away from that. You know what I mean? But just like shit like that, my parents, you know, they eventually they ended up finding their what do they call their significant other. So they're all in a good place now. You know what I mean? Like my stepmom, man, she's amazing. She's an amazing woman. She's a good mom, bomb ass cook. You know, my stepdaddy's he's good people as well. So
Yeah. Wow. So at what age did that happen with your grandparents have to pick you up?
Bro, you want to know? This is something messed up. So this day, I was probably like around, I want to say I was around 5 or 6, maybe a little older. Could have been like 7. But, yeah, so like, I remember my mom, the dude he was dating, like he beat my mom down, bro, and then like kicked us out or left us there wherever they were. I don't know if we were like in Texas or what. But my family drove all the way down there to pick us up. My grandfather, rest in peace, you know, he was a great man. He drove all the way down there to get us. And then I remember, like, we stopped at a convenience store, bro, to everyone to use the restroom. We were in, like, them big old Chevy vans, you know what I mean? I don't know if you remember them, like, touring vans that had, like, the little TV, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's driving one of those, so, like, he stops at a convenience store. And he's like, hey, everyone get out, go use the restroom, you know. So I run. And I'm like one of the last ones because I'm the youngest kid. Well, they forget me there, bro. They left me there and they took off driving. And like, I was real close to my grandpa, you know? So like, I would always kind of sit next to like where he was at up in the front when he was driving. So I guess he was like looking for me and he was like, hey, where's Stev on that? And everyone was looking for me in the van and they're like, oh shit, we left him at the store. Bro, I'm crying. I'm a little kid, you know. I remember the store clerks like trying to give me candy and soda, like whatever to just shut me up. But like, bro, you're in another state. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
they don't have cell phones. And shit.
At that, yeah, back then there was no cell phones, bro. And who are they gonna contact? You know what I mean? I was a little kid. I didn't even think I knew my address or where I lived at that time. But
that's crazy.
yeah, it took them like a couple hours to come back and get me, bro. And I remember by the time they got back, it was like already daylight. And oh man, just
What, you like slept?
traumatized, bro.
You slept there at the gas station?
No, I didn't sleep there. Like I think during the time that we were traveling, it had to have probably been like 3, 4 in the morning type shit, you know. But by like they were like an hour or so out, and then by the time they came back and realized that I was gone, a few hours had already passed.
Wow.
But just shit like that, man. It's kind of traumatizing at a young age. I got left, you know. So like now I'm real careful with my kids. I pay attention to their every move. If I don't hear them, something's wrong. You know,
Run amok as a kid.
I think that whole time my mom was just over there fucking crying her heart out over some fool that didn't give a fuck about her.
Little
didn't
kids
even realize
nowadays,
her son was gone.
Little kids nowadays don't know how not necessarily bad it could be, but like how different it could be. You know,
Yeah.
like this new generation of kids, and I'm talking about like toddlers. You know, growing up, little kids. You know, like. When we were that age, like it was way different.
Yeah,
way different.
Yeah,
You know
like
what I mean, I got my first fucking ticket when I was fucking 11 years old. And fucking, me and my homie were fucking right there by PYC and that loaf and jug. My uncle used to work there, and we were walking home, and fucking I was like, I figured he was my uncle, you know what I mean? He'd be like, we'd be cool, you know what I mean? So I was like, let's go fucking steal from there. So fucking we go in there, if we stole whatever, it was just some candy, you know what I mean? We're fucking going to put that shit in our pocket and fucking, we're walking out the door. My uncle comes around the corner and he's like, you guys sit right there. And I'm a little ass kid. Like we should have ran, you know what I mean? Like, but like, you're a little ass kid, you don't know what the fuck's
and then
going.
he knows who you are.
I mean, 11 years old, I guess, you know what I mean? I guess some kids would know to run. But I thought he was going to be cool, you know what I mean? I thought he was going to be cool. So he sat us down. Next thing you know, a fucking cop pulls up. Boom. Fucking.
Damn.
Right, gives me a ticket. Fucking called my fucking, I called my parents first. I think my uncle did too. Called my mom. My mom came and fucking whooped my ass, homie. Drunk as fuck, homie. You know what I mean? And you know how fucking when people
when they're drunk, they don't feel it.
Yeah, they don't. So yeah, my mom, my mom was a good mom though. But other than that,
she only whooped your ass because you were bad.
That's
kind
of your fault. You stole.
Yeah, and then everything, you know what I mean. And then like I was saying, fucking getting in trouble at school, and then that shit, you know what I mean? It just fucking intertwined with each other, and then I was fucking getting in trouble ever since then, like with the law and shit. Fucking them houses that we robbed into, fucking. We got caught for all of them. Fucking, we got caught for the house that we fucking went inside to jack.
Yeah.
And it was a house that was being renovated.
Oh,
and
so there wasn't shit in
there. And a
there?
bitch that lived across the street, she was an old white cop calling that bitch. She didn't like me or the homie, fool. She fucking seen us in the window, fool, and called the cops, fool. Fucking.
Tiny?
We're fucking looking through shit, and fucking next thing you know, cop comes, boom, so we fucking run out the back, boom, and we fucking split up. He goes home, and I go home. And that bitch knew us. She seen us in the window, you know? Fucking. So I fucking get home, fucking my mom's there fucking drinking, and she walk in, fucking, I said, I'm gonna take a shower, mom. I go hop in the shower, fool. Next thing you know, fucking, boom, 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 boom. And fucking, she's like, you better come out, motherfucker. But it was the cops knocking. And they're like, you need to come out. Fucking, it's like, fuck, I'm fucking hit. It's fucking, like, I'm gonna get dressed. So fucking, I get out, fucking, boom, come out, boom. They have my homie fucking sitting in the cop car too. But fucking, like, that Hina, she seen us, you know. Yeah. She seen us in the window. Fucking, so we got hit for them all them other houses too. But like one of them houses, fucking, we got a fucking burst of 380. That was our first gun.
Hell
that was our first gun. You ever seen Stand By Me? You ever seen that movie Stand By Me?
No.
You gotta.
It's a good movie, bro. You gotta watch it.
When they're in the fucking alley, homie, they're in the alley. It's about these it's about it's like based out like in like a long time ago, like in the 70s, maybe early fucking 60s or something. But these kids fucking they're traveling on railroad tracks to go find a kid that got hit by a train. You know what I mean?
They're looking for a dead body.
But, you know what I mean? So they take a gun with them, and he's like, oh, check this out. And you know what I mean? Like, is it loaded? And fucking he's like, nah. He's like, you think I'm stupid? And he goes like that. And he's like, boom, boom. And then he pulls the trigger, boom, and it goes off.
It's like, I thought you said it wasn't.
That same shit happened after we robbed it. Like, as soon as we fucking robbed that house full of little ass kids, we fucking ran out to the alley and fucking were like, oh, yeah, fuck yeah. We're like, fuck yeah, loaded? Boom, boom. The homie went like, yeah. We're like, oh, I fucking took out running and shit. Went and fucking sold that shit for fucking like an ounce of weed.
Jeez. That was a come up for whoever.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, crazy shit growing up. Shit, but I wouldn't change it for the world because it definitely molded us and shit. And,
yeah.
You know what I mean? And then in a good way, though, you know what I mean? We know what's wrong because we done wrong, you know?
Yeah.
So we try to fucking
and like
teach and not even just kids, the younger generation. We like, you know what I mean? That's our whole thing.
Like
what
it did for me. Like my bad only. You know, but like what it did for me is it taught me what to look out for my kids, because I knew what I was doing to try to like my little sneaky shit to get away with stuff. So now like I look for that in my kids, and I look for them signs, you know, and I pay attention to that stuff to see, like my daughter, if she's on her phone, if I'm like behind her and I see her hide her phone, I know like, all right, little fucker, you're up to something. But
yeah, what are you doing?
You know, and then if she's just there, then you kind of know, like you get that trust, like, all right, you know, they're all right. You're doing your part, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But like even like he was talking about when we were kids, we were out. Like I assume, homie, probably when you were young, you probably ran the streets riding bikes all over town.
Like I was saying, even with that kid that fucking we robbed houses. He lived across the street from me, and like I was saying earlier, my mom was always drunk, so you know what I mean. Yeah. So I was always out thugging on the block, you know, and getting like, in trouble.
Me, bro, I keep an eye on my kid. Like I don't even let my girls go ride bikes all over town.
Yeah,
like
that's why I say it's way different. The culture's way like not the culture, but like the generation's like way different. I mean, these kids don't know nothing about going outside and fucking going scraping their knee. You know what I mean? These little ass kids don't know nothing about a scraped knee. You know what I mean? Shit, we fucking. And
like I tell my daughter, like if you're gonna play, you better not cross this fence or that fence. You know, like I want you where I can see you. And me, I'm not the kind of parent like I don't just let my kids go outside and play and I'm chilling in the house watching TV. Like I'll go out there and I'll sit out there and I'll watch my kids and I'll let them play, because my parents didn't go out there and give me the time of day to watch me like my dad would and stuff. He'd play football with me or watch us ride our bikes and shit. But like my daughter, like I don't let her just go play and trust that she's okay. Because, bro, there's all kinds of fucking child molesters. There's bad people out there, you know what I mean? And you don't want that stuff happening to your kids. You don't want that creepy neighbor or something, or someone yelling at your kid because whatever. But, and then I live on a busy block, so I got, you know, I don't want my little girl running out there and getting hurt. So I just feel like if I take that extra time as a parent, go out there, spend time with them, let them play while whatever, you know, then they're safe, you know. And I feel like I'm doing all right. We're doing all right, you know. He's doing all right. So we're good parents for the most part.
Is he back? Is that what the call was? Should we open the door? Is that?
Hell yeah, open that shit.
We'll pause for
the other homie on the label. He don't want to be on camera right now though. Shout out my boy Go Getter. My boy Weddle Boy right there in the cut. What's up, my boy?
The homie Weddle.
Let me hit that fucking toque, homie. And that's crazy too, cause how come nobody thought about that shit when we were fucking out? You know what I mean? Like there was nobody.
I think just their time was different. Like you got to think, homie, like the time that.
But there's weirdos been existing forever. You know what I mean?
But I think our parents like maybe had that trust in like, oh, this kid ain't gonna do something stupid.
Yeah,
and he's a little boy, like us being boys. You know, we're just.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean,
but I don't know.
But yeah, fuck yeah, kids don't go outside and play. Nah, you know what I mean, fuck no.
So, my kids are stuck on
for that
tablets,
simple reason.
PlayStations.
Like. My fucking neighbor's a fucking sex offender. Me and my homie fucking jammed his ass up. Well, fucking, he's on paperwork, you know, and that's our thing. You know what I mean? We go off paperwork, and when I'm talking about paperwork, I'm talking about black and white fucking legal documents from a court. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about no other bullshit hearsay. You know what I mean? What people say. You know what
These
I mean?
These are facts.
Facts. You know what I mean? Got convicted of. You know what I mean? No. Oh, I heard this or I heard that. You know what I mean? Fucking my girl fucking. I don't know how she found out. Maybe someone from her job or something. But they're like, there's a sex offender that lives right next door, and fucking me and my homie fucking went and jammed his ass up. Fucking had a picture of him. I was like, hey, homie, is this you? And he was like, yeah. I said, that's his fucking sex offender list, homie. And fucking, he tried explaining his little case, and fucking told him, I said, don't ever fucking look over here. Don't none of that shit. I don't want you looking over here. Nothing.
You know what's crazy? We're just talking about this. How like when like guys in high school or middle school have sex with like a female teacher. It's like, damn.
It's the same thing, vice versa. Like, but it's crazy because like if you're a boy and you're fucking an older chick, like you get props. You know what I mean? But like the other way, but it's still wrong. You know, it's still wrong. Politically, it's still wrong. You know what I mean? It's still wrong. But it's weird how that shit is. You know?
Yeah.
Because if it was vice versa, motherfuckers be tripping. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I remember, like, I don't want to get too full into it, but I remember when I was, like, 16, I was fooling around with, like, some 40-something-year-old chick, bro. You know, and she probably knew full well, like, wow, she was full well aware that, you know, I was a young teenager, but for me, it was just, like, she was good-looking, and
that's
she
like
was
rape,
there.
Bro. That's
I fucked a 32-year-old when I was 16.
Damn.
Hey, you know, shout out to that like chick rape. Though. She showed me all kinds of moves.
I was with my homie Weddle Boy from the hood. Rest in peace. I got that fool blasted on me, but that bitch is.
That's crazy. I mean,
but you know, then again, man, like all that stuff made us into who we are today. Like all that stuff gets put in our, like I guess, kind of gets put into our music. Just the lifestyle, man, of how we lived and things we went through.
Yeah.
But, like, one thing I did want to get into, like, a little topic, I didn't know if you would bring it up, is the Chicano Rap. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of wanted to pick your guys' minds on what you feel Chicano Rap is, and then I'll kind of give you my input on what I think it is. Mm-hmm. So, I know, like, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you that question. What is What is Chicano Rap to you? Are you familiar with the genre?
When you guys reviewed the song?
Yeah.
And, like, you guys were talking, you guys were trying to, like decide like what genre it was.
Yeah, I mean, I listen to like a lot of West Coast artists like Moneyside Suede, like Parkside Plugs, like Lil Maru. Those are some, I think, the newer wave.
That's
of Chicano Rap.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're right.
But I would say, like, you know, like kind of like easy beats, like a piano maybe, like
Yeah.
a main like a, but
Who do you
As-
see when you think of Chicano rap?
Chicano rap.
Yeah, like a famous Chicano rapper, if, per se. I guess you could say.
I mean, historically, I'm gonna say SPM, but new wave, I'm gonna say fucking. I like probably Moneyside Suede is who I'm listening to the most. Like even just my day to day, just any kind of music.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So like, I guess what I mean, like, as a, not necessarily music wise, but like as a culture all in one. Like, okay, so to you, what does Chicano rap mean to you? What is it like when you tell people we're Chicano rap? What are you trying to represent?
I think honestly, I'm real prideful when I use that. Like, it's fucking Southsider rap, you know? It's Southside rap.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So
Sureño
so
rap.
for you, it's just a sound, a wave.
But then again, homie, because like Little Rob, know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
Chicano rap all the way. We just did the concert last night with him. He's not from a neighborhood or nothing,
Yeah.
you know. So he's not a Southsider, you know.
So I'm gonna speak on what I feel like
What
with
is
Chicano
Chicano
rap.
rap, you know
So
what I mean?
like, to me, Chicano rap, back when I was younger, growing up, to me it was like neighborhood music. It was people from a gang or an area representing
From a barrio,
their
yeah.
block,
Yeah.
and they were making music about their block, and it never really got outside of that. Well, now today, when I tell people I'm trying to bring Chicano rap back, the way I'm trying to do it is in a form to where like, I want people to.
It's not the typical Chicano rap, you know what I mean?
Like, my thing is I want people to understand that I'm representing for my community in general. Like, I'm fully involved with lowrider community. I've done toy runs. I've done the turkey runs. I've helped feed the homeless. You know what I mean? Like, I want people, and I put a lot of stuff, talk about that stuff in my music. So
Yeah.
when I want people to listen to Chicano rap, I want them to see that we actually represent for the culture, that we help the youth, that we help our kids in our community. We try to help our kids stay out of trouble. Like, don't get me wrong. Yeah, we have young kids in our neighborhoods that represent the block. But in the same token, I also try to show them, like, hey, man, there's also better, you know, as you
Yeah.
get older. And if
we
you
weren't showed the
survive,
others. We weren't showed both sides of the token. You know what I mean, we're only showing one side.
yeah.
I mean-
So like for me, when I think about Chicano rap, I think about representing a whole new wave. I ain't trying to represent just my block and my neighborhood. I do. When I speak in my music, I do. I represent who I am, where I'm from, represent my homies. We all do. It's typical stuff, you know. But other than that, we also talk about like the heroin problem and
Yeah.
stuff that we have going on in our communities,
We-
the fentanyl.
We advise young fools not to gangbang. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because nobody wants that for little ass kids. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean,
that shit's fucking played out. You know what I mean?
so like, I
Not
don't know.
necessarily played out because that makes me sound like a fucking knack. And it's not played out because that shit never be played out. You know what I mean?
But yeah,
I wave around my fucking flag proudly everywhere. You know what I mean?
Just
But like, you don't teach little kids that. You know? You
Yeah.
don't do that. You know what I mean? That's wrong.
But my thing is like, is when I want people, like when I say, oh yeah, I'm a Chicano rap artist, or listen to my music, I don't want them to just think like, oh, it's just some fool rapping about his block.
Some
Like, I
Sureño
want,
rapper. Fucking
yeah, I want them to listen like to where like, hey, you know what, these fools are.
talk about
like I
Ese
said,
or
I'm
whatever.
talking about
That's
my
what people
community.
think.
Yeah, I talk about my community. I'm trying to represent for my culture, my people, my families, my homies. You know what I mean? And then like, we all look out for each other. We try to bring each other on, and that's kind of how I feel. Like, if I'm doing good, I want to see the people around me doing good. I want to be able to walk in the room. And I've heard other artists and people talk about it before, but like, my thing is when I walk in a room, I want people to look at us to be like, damn, who's the boss of that group? You know what I mean? Because we all walk in together, fucking high dollar. We all walk
Yeah, they
in.
don't know
We're all
who,
on
they
the
don't know
same
who
level.
the leader of the team is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's good. You know what I
And
mean?
that's
Keep
what
them
you
up on
want.
their fucking toes.
You want
Because
like,
they all look like bosses. Because
Yeah.
they all are bosses.
that's how I feel. I feel like when we all walk in the room, they're like, damn, who's
Yeah.
who?
Yeah. Definitely fucking ruffle feathers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. We're definitely no
Because if someone goes and fucks with him, or excuse my language, if someone goes and mess
You
with
can
him,
curse. You can
they're
curse.
gonna mess with me. If
Yeah.
someone messes with me, they're gonna mess
And
with
even
me.
if I don't even want them to, you know what I mean? It's gonna happen, and vice versa. You know what I mean? That's how it is with us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who we are and what we stand for. You know what I mean? Like, we don't let each other. Even if I know this was gonna fuck this dude up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna fucking A lot of people say jumping fools is fuck this pussy
no,
shit. You know what I
that's
mean?
what I was gonna say.
Yeah, we argue about this all the time. I agree with one-on-one too.
All right, yeah. So like
I agree
me,
with one-on-one
the
too.
generation,
Definitely.
yeah, the generation at the time that I grew up.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, the generation at the time that I grew up with. I was the kind of person that like you let me go one-on-one, and then like if someone jumps in, then we all jump in. But like then sometimes too, like. Sometimes you just gotta, and there's times we've just jumped in, and then it happened. I've been jumped plenty of times. I've jumped people plenty of times, but like same with any of my homies. If something goes down and it don't matter, you know what I mean? Like, hey, if I know the two parties, I'm gonna try to
I try to deflate the situation.
Yeah, I'd be like, definitely. Hey, look, all right, you fools get the ones, and that's cool. Yeah. But
is it
more for me is like I said, it's just the prison mentality.
But
it's
if you ain't cool,
I was taught. You know what I mean? You don't let. Yeah. I'm not gonna let.
You're not gonna lose.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna. We're not gonna lose. And if you're my brother, if I call you my brother, I'm not gonna let this dude attempt to put hands on you. You know what I mean? Even if I know you're gonna fuck him up. You know what I mean? I'm not. Because why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, you're my brother. Why am I gonna stand there and just watch some dude attempt to put hands on you?
But yeah, like I said, I strongly believe in the one-on-one.
Yeah, me too. I definitely agree with the one-on-one. For
then
sure.
Again, I strongly agree
you're not
on
gonna hide behind. You're not gonna hide behind the car.
Yeah.
How many?
If times? You can't stand on your own 2 feet, you know what I mean? Like, fool, you better fucking carry your own motherfucking weight. You know what I mean? If you ain't carrying your own motherfucking weight, then fucking homie, you gotta go, homie. Yeah, we're cool, homie. I see you every day, homie. But homie, I seen you fucking fold up, homie. You know what I mean? You left me fucking hanging.
How many times have you guys been jumped?
Shit, I haven't been jumped in a long time. Shit, I got fucking oh yeah, don't really want to talk about that. Fucking shout out to the homies though, you know what I mean? Fucking got my eye pretty good, you motherfuckers. Shout out to homie Powder, shout out to homie Pelon for use. The homie Pit too. But I ain't been jumped like by some enemies since I was a little kid by them fools from the west side when I used to live over in the west side. Yeah. And like I said, now I see them fools. Even like we pull up. You know what I mean, sometimes I'll be alone. I'll see one of them. You know what I mean, motherfuckers. They don't. Like, oh, I'm just doing the family thing. Like, and they see me fool. Like you could tell I'm full. I'm banged out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You could tell I'm still fucking in the bullshit.
Still active,
you know what I mean?
Still ready to go.
Fucking. So they're right away like not necessarily copping deuces, but copping deuces. You know?
Yeah. What does that mean? Copping deuces? Just like
they don't want the smoke.
Yeah, like fucking. You opened your mouth about something, but now you're fucking trying to find like, oh, but your homie's my cousin or something. You know what I mean? Something stupid like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think
I definitely agree with the one-on-ones. Like if you can't fight, homie.
But sometimes you got to.
Even if you get fucked up, homie. Like I'd rather, you know what I mean? Because I've been fucked up. You know what I mean?
I'd rather just not fight.
Yeah.
I would rather not fight.
I'd rather not fight too. Yeah, definitely.
I don't like it. I don't like fighting.
I don't like fighting either.
I'm good at it, you know. Like I grew up boxing.
I don't know. Do I like fighting?
you like talking shit, boy. I think you like fighting.
Yeah, but there's never been a time where I fucking ever back my shit up, man. Yeah, there's a lot of these motherfuckers who fucking talk shit on the fucking net, homie, but they ain't fucking ever busted a grape in their life, homie. Like, look, put your file next to me or to any of my homies. Look, you look like a straight bitch, homie.
Yeah, it's like for me, the same thing. But I probably haven't been jumped in years, man. It's been since I was probably like a teenager. It was probably one of the worst ones I got was when I was like around 15, 16, you know. But for the most part, man, like now that I got older, it's been more rumbles than anything. Like it's always been like me and 3 of my brothers against like 7 or 8 other dudes, and you know we're pretty big dudes, so.
And a lot of times it's fucking your brother's beef. It's not even your shit.
Yeah, sometimes like hey man, and that's just how it is. Like, bro, I could be at home being a family man, watching TV with my kids, just relaxing, and I'll get that phone call, and it's game on. I black out, bro, and I don't even think twice. I don't hesitate. I get my shit and I go. I'm out the door, and when my brothers need me, my brothers need me. When my neighborhood needs me, they need me, and it is what it is. There's plenty of times where I've put everything that I've had on the line to protect mine. You know what I mean? I've looked out for my people more times than none. And it's the way I believe is if my brother's going to be in trouble and if my brother ends up getting shot, I'm going to be there. If my brother ends up getting shot and killed or something, I'm not going to be like, oh, I was at home. I'd answer my phone because I knew he was in trouble and I was just, no. Like, you
And
know,
that goes with all of us. You know what I mean,
Yeah.
not necessarily just his
If
brothers.
you're
I
in
mean,
the
we're,
shit-
we're like that with each other. You know what I mean?
You know, and
like
I-
all the homies. You know what I mean? Like every squad you see us pull up with,
everyone's
just
ready
know
to
that
go.
that motherfucker
They're
is
solid.
gonna fucking swing on you for him. He's
Yeah.
gonna, then that motherfucker's gonna swing on you for swinging on them too. You know what I mean? Because them two fools are swinging on you. You know what I mean? And it's just like that. And
Yeah.
I don't
But-
make the rules. I just follow the rules.
Yeah, and it's hard. Like I said, I've put a lot of my life on the line to make sure my brothers are good, because I ain't gonna get that call. You know what I mean? And them say, "Oh yeah, this happened and you weren't there." Nah, I was fucking there, and I was right beside him when it went down. And if he got shot, chances are I probably got shot with him. You know what I mean? But that's just how we grow up. That's how we look out for one another, man.
Like with my homie Stomper too. Like remember I was saying like we're real tight. You know what I mean? Fucking the way we have it. You know what I mean? Like Stev's not here. You know what I mean? I'm over here doing something. And they'll come up. Oh, Stev's your homie. And like yeah, hell yeah. Like oh fuck that fool. Like
Yeah,
I'm hitting you. You know what I
yeah.
mean? And Stomp, the homie Stomp had you know what I mean? I know for a fact because I've seen proof, you know what I mean, of him doing that for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Someone talking my name, then motherfucker lays him out one hit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
it's
and that's how we
different.
are with each other,
Like
you know what I mean?
you could go and tell me like,
And if you
oh,
don't,
you're
homie, then you're probably gonna get in trouble with the homies, you know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
gonna look at you a different way, you know what I mean? So the way we carry ourselves, fucking, all the homies are watching you, make sure
Yeah.
you don't fuck up, you know what I mean?
So,
So
like-
so everyone's trying to fucking hold themselves accordingly, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
so,
if
like,
you
if
fuck
we're
up,
somewhere-
homie, that's your fucking
and
ass,
some
homie.
fool
And I
walks
don't want to
up-
get fucked up by my homies, you know what I mean?
If
That's the
we're-
only people I'm scared of is my motherfucking homies.
Yeah, say like we're out chilling together, and we're kicking it, and they come up to us three, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I don't like your homie Silent." Like, all right, hold on, well let me call him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And
I'm gonna
well,
call this fool.
And no, nobody.
And if he don't pick up, then how do we handle it? Do I, you know what I mean? Do I take action? Someone's gonna end up taking action.
And fools fold up, you know what I mean? They ain't on that shit like how they fucking present themselves, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then I see it if it was fucking one of ours doing that to some fool, like oh fool fucking this fool was just talking shit about you and you didn't fucking take off on him, you know what I mean? We're gonna look at you a different way.
yeah.
Like I was saying, you know what I mean?
You guys
Yeah, I
always
mean-
just been like that? I feel like that's kind of a thing
Honestly,
you learn.
like I was saying earlier, it was just that I was schooled by fucking fools who are doing fucking all day, you know what I mean? Never getting out of prison, you know what I mean? Free my motherfucking homies. Fucking so I was schooled by them, you know what I mean? On the gang shit, you know what I mean? I was schooled by them to carry myself a certain way, and when I got out, I try to instill that into my homies, you know what I mean? You're representing this, you know what I mean? You gotta do this. Don't do this, don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Don't want to get into too much detail, you know what I mean? But fools know how we, you know what I mean? They look at us and they know that, they know where we're from, you know what I mean?
yeah,
They look at us and they know where we're from. These other fools, you look at them, you go, oh, where's he from?
yeah,
And it's fucked up to think like that, you know what I mean? Because, like, honestly, gang shit is some bullshit, you know what I mean? But at the same time, homie, there's people like us who fucking, that's all we know, you know what I mean? And I was schooled by older homies, so coming out to the fucking homies out here who's never done time, who fucking not necessarily fucking glorify prison, homie, because that's not what it is, homie. I don't glorify prison at all, you know what I mean? We glorify the fucking, the carnalismo, you know what I mean? The brotherhood, you know what I mean? That's what it is.
And like the fucked up part though is like a lot of it. Like when I was growing up, bro, everyone in the neighborhood made it seem like going to prison was like the thing. It was a graduation.
Yeah,
day,
I remember looking up to that. Fool.
Yeah,
Like,
and
I
then
can't wait to hit the joint,
Everything's
fool.
all fun and games, and then like I'd imagine because I've
'Cause
never
we
been in
weren't
prison
taught,
myself.
you know what I mean? We didn't have nobody to
But
teach us.
Like the homie like himself, I'm pretty sure he thought like, oh hell yeah, this is all fun and games, and then he hit the joint, and then he got hit with all the rules. Like
Yeah,
okay,
like
now,
damn, yeah,
now
this
this
is real.
is real.
You know what I mean?
Did
This
you call
ain't-
it the trot?
The what?
Did you call it the trot? Is that you can't wait to hit the trot?
The joint?
Oh, I thought you said trot.
Oh no, I can't wait to hit the joint. But
Oh.
and then like it sounds cliche, you know what I mean? But that's what it was, you know what I mean? And like I was saying, it's not all gangland and all fucking like in the movies and shit. But
It's dangerous out here still.
yes, yeah, it definitely can, you know what I mean? It definitely does. Fucking lost a lot of good homies here, you know what I mean? Fucking not saying it's like fucking Chicago and shit, cause Chicago that motherfucker be going in. Where else? Fucking Detroit and shit. Yeah, motherfuckers be going in. Fucking
Yeah, like
Florida
every-
all the time.
Yeah, just
It's
like
not
every
like
every
that, homie.
state, every state and every city has their ghetto, has their you know what I mean. But like Us,
way
we're
people
like on
move.
national news to where you hear about where we live. Like we're the top 5 on the murder rate, you know, and
Yeah,
the
definitely.
most
Pueblo,
dangerous
definitely.
places to live,
Yeah.
whatever.
Pueblo?
Like for us,
Yeah,
yeah.
you didn't know
Wow,
Like-
I thought I saw that, but I
Yeah,
didn't know
like
if
me,
that's real.
it don't bother me because I feel like I grew up here and I
that? Yeah,
know
yeah.
the
Not worried about
town.
that shit.
But I can walk outside your door, bro, and it just something can happen. You never know, you know what I mean? And I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's like that, but it just could be random.
Mhm.
But
Yeah,
know, man.
that's what it. A lot of times it is random. Like a lot of these fucking fool people who's shooting. Like those ain't people like type of people I beef with. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Fucking yeah, it's just a trip.
yeah.
At what age did you guys start making music?
Like I said, for me, I've been doing it since I was young, man. Like my whole life, I just always wrote, but I never had the connections, man. Like when I was 15, 16, I never had them homies or that hookup where someone could say, "Hey, man, you're good. Let me put you in the studio." I never had the opportunities until I met him. So for me, I didn't start till later in my years, but I felt like if I would have started when I was a teenager, I probably would, you know, I probably wouldn't be in the position I am today. I'd probably be, you know, I'd probably be in a different bracket with artists and stuff. But I've always had it instilled in me. I grew up around music. My grandmother, she sang, you know what I mean? She did like karaoke and stuff. They called her the karaoke queen. And like she would kill it everywhere she went, you know. So like the music was always a part of my life. Like my mom, you know, when I was younger, there was this fool that used to go around our neighborhood bootlegging CDs from like Hastings and shit. And like my mom was the kind of mom, she wouldn't go and like necessarily go buy me a fucking brand new water gun because I wanted it and it was the coolest one at the time. But if the fool walked through the neighborhood with some CDs to sell, my mom would get me them CDs. You know what I mean? And it didn't matter if they were like adult rated music, you know, parental advisory, whatever. Like if it was rap or any kind of music like that, my mom would get it for me. And
Wow.
I learned like I was over there bumping like Master P, fucking Tupac, Biggie, like Wu-Tang, just all that kind of stuff that I grew up with. It was like I knew a lot of that stuff when I was still like a child, you know, 9, 10, 11. And then when I hit like 13, 14 is when I actually started trying to rap. And I would be like at parties and stuff, just freestyle flowing, you know, or whatever. And the
For the older fools that are all drunk.
Yeah.
The Theos and shit.
yeah, like from my homies from the neighborhood, you know,
Yeah.
like my homie Mark would be like, Stev, come over here and fucking. There was this fool that they hung around with that was part of some label. I think this fool's name was like Isaac, and my homie Mark's like, he's like, this fool's a fast rapper. He's like, kill this fool, you know, spit him some real shit. And this fool at that time, I think that fool was like 20, 30, you know, 20 something, early 20s, and I was like 14, 15-year-old kid just dropping bars, and like. This was like hot. Like, I guess they kind of think about like, how do I spit about this lifestyle that these adults are living? But I'm a kid living in their world. You know what I mean? Like literally, man, I'm in there with the best of them, doing the shit that they're doing. You know what I mean? And so for me, the music always came young, but I didn't get my opportunity until I met the homie Ese Silient, and that was back in 2016.
Yeah, when I got out. But as for me, shit, I got into that shit young, and my mom likes to say I got influence from my dad, because like I was saying earlier, my dad was in a fucking paisa band and shit. And fucking I remember I had one of his keyboards for a long ass time, and I used to fuck with this shit. I don't make beats or nothing, but I used to fucking just press keys, you know what I mean? I was like, damn, that's just cool. And then
Just intriguing.
and then fucking I don't know, I wanted to make music too, you know what I mean? Fucking there was another rapper here, Stev Dawg, and that fool was at the time was fucking making it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I want to do that shit. And that was around the same time. That was around the same time between age 11 and 13. At the same time when I was robbing them houses with my homie when we got caught. That shit sucked. Fucking but first started on fucking I had a fucking a little radio, and it had a built-in microphone. And like I said, it was about between the age 11 and 13 and shit when I started. Maybe like early 14, maybe. Anyway, fucking started with that radio with the built-in microphone, and then I used to put it up to a speaker playing the beat, an instrumental, like little raw beats and fucking like a lot of low profile record beat, like Mr. Sancho type beats. You know what I mean? Fucking, well, not even type beats. It was their instrumentals from their songs and shit. Cause that's all I had. You know what I mean? That's all. At that time, that's all we had. Fucking, you couldn't get on fucking how you could go and find a motherfucking beat now like that. It wasn't like that. You know what I mean? It wasn't like that.
So they were already beats that big
already,
artists had already used.
Yeah, in our genre of music.
Instrumentals, yeah.
So we use them and shit. I remember fucking doing like a whole tape. You know what I mean? Because it was recording on tape. It had a tape recorder with the built-in microphone, and fucking so fucking we would take turns. You know what I mean? And he wasn't around yet. You know what I mean? At the time, it was me and my cousin and shit. We would take turns. We would write our shit. You know what I mean? So you come in, spit your verse, and then I come in right behind you and fucking spit the hook, you know what I mean? So if you fuck up, homie, we gotta start over, homie.
So it's like all one take.
So fucking, that's hilarious.
So eventually I was like, fuck, I want to get something different. So fucking when I used to go to Yaffa, when it got moved over there in the north side, right there by Albertsons and shit.
Oh, okay.
Fucking the bus stop that we had to catch when they would give us the tickets and shit, the bus passes and shit. Fucking, there was a place called right there. There was a little shopping center by Albertsons. There was a little that little shopping center right there. There was a place called Axe Haven, and I would go in there and fucking check out the studio equipment and shit. So fucking, I seen a thing for fucking $100. It was a Tascam. I think it was called a Tascam P104 or something. It was a 4-track, but it recorded on tape. And fucking same thing with the little raw beats and fucking Mr. Capone beats, all that shit. You know, fucking. I remember fucking. My homie Gabe too. At the time, my homie Gabe could spit fast, like fucking. You couldn't understand what the fuck this fool was saying. Fucking, we would record on that shit and fucking. We would make like fucking whole albums, like all of like, cause like you could go like to Music Man. They got shut down on Northern. Fucking, you could go and them artists their label would come out with like albums of just the instrumentals, you know. So I would go and buy one, you know what I mean? So that whole thing, we would fill it up with our music and fucking make copies of CDs and shit and sell them. And we would make like 20 CDs, 30 CDs, nothing major, but we sold them all, you know what I mean? And like people definitely, like ever since like first started, like people just always showed love.
Yeah.
So eventually I ended up getting a boss. It was a 4-track too, but it was a digital recorder. So we moved to that, and then when I got out the joint in 2016, that's when we moved to Pro Tools and shit.
Yeah.
Or using the DAW, you know what I mean, on the computer and shit. But I missed that, like I even had a Boss BR900. It had a CD burner and shit, because at the time it was CDs, you know what I mean? We would go and fucking burn shit off LimeWire and shit.
Yeah.
Fucking. That's why I said like it's different now. It's crazy. Like there's so much accessibility now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Totally.
Stuff that we didn't have our hands on back then.
But yeah, we would drop all kind of fucking, and then about when I was about 16, my cousin Poncho, he fucking wanted to start doing little concerts and shit, and fucking we would sell out little shows at Joker's. I don't know if you know where Joker's used to be. It's right there on Schley, right there off of the boulevard.
The frontage
I mean,
road.
not the boulevard, the frontage road. Yeah, on the highway.
On the interstate.
On the interstate. Fucking people who've been in music definitely know that place, but we would fucking pack that place all the fucking time. The owner was real cool. Chuck, he was an old white man. He was cool as fuck. Yeah, rest in peace. Yeah, he was an old man. Fucking ended up passing away, but that building's still there. It's shut down. But anyway, fucking my cousin had got me into that, and then he introduced me to some fool who had a label, and I not necessarily signed with him, but you know what I mean. Like he was fucking helping me out, I guess, cause fucking he would take me. He find me shows. I mean, I did my first show. My first show was in New Mexico, in Farmington, New Mexico.
Oh really?
Yeah, with Wicked Minds, the homies from 18. Fucking yeah, 16 years old, and it was at the Tota Theater. 16 years old, and fucking there was an older artist, Big Sly. Fucking I think he's from here. I don't know where the fuck he's from, but yeah, he's always been cool. But we were on that same label, I guess you could say. Fucking, yeah. And he's already been doing it for a while because he was older. This fool's already like fucking 23, 24, you know what I mean? And I'm only 16, you know what I mean? And I remember he had a fucking bottle of Cristal, and he's like, here, drink some, because I was like fucking nervous on me, you know what I mean? My first time and shit, like damn, we're really doing it now. Fucking out of state even, you know what I mean? So fucking while he didn't make me, I fucking took a big ass shot of that Cristal and fucking got all fucked up. Went out there and fucking did my thing. You know what I mean? Fucking, and then ever since then, that fool with that label, for 16, age 16, probably about from 16 to late 17 age, that same dude will fucking take me to fucking. We did a little fucking, I guess you could say a little tour, because we hit like three or four, probably about like 3, Farmington, Gallup, and Raton. Yeah, 3 of them. A little tour with High Power, with Mr. Capone and them. So we hit all cities with them. Fucking, it was cool, you know what I mean? And then, but my cousin had got me into that, and then, like we were talking earlier about graphic designing, when I had fucking, that was because that was 17 years old. When I had turned 17 was when we were talking earlier, when I went on the run, when I dropped out of school and shit. Fucking that little shortly after, I had caught my case and fucking went to prison. So when I got out, fucking hit the ground running, huh?
Yeah.
That's I met him like maybe like not even a month.
Within a month.
Within a month. As soon as I got out, my homie Stomp was like, "Hey, fucking, this fool's pretty dope." He's like, he's solid. You know what I mean? That fool he's a rider. You know what I mean? And when I got out, you know what I mean? I was like strictly on that. I mean, I still am. You know what I mean? But when I first got out, like I was pushing the agenda more. You know what I mean? Fucking
What agenda?
Just like I was saying earlier, homie. Like the way we conduct ourselves. I mean, the way we move, the way we handle things, the way we see things, the way we fucking dictate shit. You know what I mean? Because like, yeah, just shit like that. You know?
It's like our team, man. Our team in general, and I feel like a lot of that's because of him, because like he says, like he'll start shit, talk shit, whatever. But
it's for a cause.
It's for a cause. So like everyone that's around us, that runs in our circle, when we go to shows or wherever it is that we're at, whoever's with us, our people are solid. It's gonna be rare that you're gonna see someone with us that's a fallout or a flake, because we just don't associate ourselves with them kind of people. I mean, if we're riding with someone, these fools are 100%.
Like I was saying earlier, like we don't give a fuck. Like if I was just at your house yesterday chilling, homie, like if you fuck up, you know what I mean? Then that's your ass. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
so
What classifies like a fuck up? Like what? I'm
just, you know what I mean? Anything that fucking the paperwork, homie, because that paperwork is the real big thing, homie. Paperwork is a real big thing. If it's on black and white, and like I said earlier, I'm talking about a legal document from a court. You know what I mean? From a judge saying, you know what I mean? Fucking district attorneys and lawyers saying you're this and that. You know what I mean? Saying you have a fucking fucked up case. You know what I mean? Shit like that. That's pretty much the
fucked up case is like
anytime like fucking
children and women.
Children, rape, anything like that. Even like the way we move, homie. Like this is how it is, homie. And we were just talking about this shit last night, fucking at the after party. That shit was lit too. Fucking shout out to my homie Iggy from fucking what Jim Presents. Oh yeah, IEM. That's what I'm saying. Like what is it? IEM and Jim Presents. Yeah. Same shit. Fucking, but yeah. We were just talking about this shit last night. Like we won't even go piss in the alley right now. You know what I mean? Like if we're outside chilling at a barbecue and you gotta go piss. Like, we won't even do that, homie.
Why?
Because if you get caught, homie, then you're a sex offender now, homie.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you know what I mean? You caught a case, you know what I mean? You like, legally caught a case. And like I was saying earlier, not the hearsay bullshit, all that shit.
You know what I mean? Where you're hidden.
Legally.
Where it's like, you know what I mean? But
so if someone gets caught pissing in an alley and they get caught, like, and they have paperwork like that?
Yeah, like if you're an old lady and you fucking look out and you see some fool fucking throwing a fucking piss and she calls the cops and the cops come like, hey, bro, you're fucking throwing a piss, homie.
How do they know?
Ticket. How do they know what?
How would they know that you just peed?
Does someone just seen it? I don't know.
Yeah, a witness said. A witness, homie. Yeah. Somebody told on you. You know what I mean?
A witness said. It would take that old lady.
A bald dude, and not even a bald dude. You know what I mean? A dude in a black hat with glasses. He lives right there. I don't know why. You know what I mean?
But think about it this way.
Even if you don't live at this house.
This is how they know. Yeah, it's like, say someone was taking a piss outside. Obviously, this old lady goes and calls the cops. They go and they take this fool, and then they tell her, "Hey, well, we need you to testify in court."
We walk all far.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense. Like,
but
people get caught
a simple case like that can get someone beat up in jail or in the streets. I mean, because you got to go and register as a sex offender. You're gonna get someone knocking at your door, like he said, "Hey, what's up? Tell me about this case. Why?
Yeah, what is this about?" I mean, and at the end of the day, in prison, like. And I'm not talking about like us. I mean, I'm talking about like other factions and shit. Fucking, they don't care your explanation, homie.
Yeah,
They don't care. Your fucking your paperwork, your legal documents from court says that. You know what I mean? Don't matter if you did it or not. You got convicted of it. So like fuck, homie, I gotta take a piss. Like damn. So like we'll be chilling. Like fuck, I gotta take a piss. We'll both or whoever. You know what I mean? Like it happens a lot with me and Weddle, me and my homie and shit. Like we'll look around like, fuck, where do I gotta go? Where I gotta go, homie? Like fuck, just cause.
Walk like a half mile.
Just for that reason.
To where
you know?
though? Where are you walking exactly? Like a different alley?
Shit.
somewhere where you can't be seen.
Somewhere where it's like a little bit more secluded, homie. At least a little. You know what I mean?
Like I said, like
not up against that wall right there. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Say-
or right there by your car. You know what I mean? Just get out right there and just do it right there. Fuck,
yeah,
no,
like if
homie.
if you're having a kickback and you're having a party, and we're outside. I'm gonna go in the corner of a shed where
Yeah,
the
where
public
yeah.
can't see you.
And like even before, like you look around, like fucking other windows, how
Or
just to make
cameras.
just to make sure, homie, just cause.
Next thing you know, your pito's gonna be on YouTube, and you're just looking. No,
I definitely piss like out and about though. Like if you go out to
just
the
gotta
bar,
be careful with that stuff.
I never
man.
thought of that.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
A cop pull up on you, and hey, man,
I would be like, no.
this
And-
person
and-
just seen you.
And motherfuckers don't care your explanation. You know what I mean? Your
Yeah.
paperwork says that. You know what I mean? So you're automatically guilty.
Does your
Don't-
paperwork
I don't
describe
follow
it?
the rule. I don't make the rules. I just follow them.
That's fair. Does your paperwork? I don't know. I've never seen paperwork.
Shit, I can show you paperwork on a bunch of these fools.
Bunch of these local rappers.
Yeah. That's right.
It doesn't describe the case at all. It's just like pretty cut and dry, or it doesn't like give like any
Yeah, it's
nuance.
just black and white, man.
Yeah,
It's
it
just-
says what happens in the case. This fool got found guilty of this. You know what I mean? Or fucking sometimes fools will fucking show their discovery. This fool fucking eye officer fucking interviewed this so and so,
So-and-so.
and he said that so and so did this. You know what I mean?
Damn. Yeah, I would. I mean,
Yeah,
I would like
yeah,
to see
see,
some
I-
paperwork. I'll read some paperwork.
Yeah, I'll show you some.
Yeah.
Shit.
It'd be sick. All right. So
And that's what we go off of. Like I was saying earlier, we don't go off the hearsay or fucking pretty much the hearsay. You know what I mean? Or like, oh, I heard fucking, or the homie said, or you know what I
and
mean?
that's just kind of falling down into street politics.
Yeah. I
I
guess.
guess.
If you, pretty much.
It just, I mean, there's a lot.
Ours,
Like he said,
anyway.
he doesn't
Ours
make the
anyway.
rules. He just follows them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and it not even. Yeah, pretty much street politics, I guess, and that's the only reason. Only reason why is just because that's what I was taught. You know what I mean? By older homies that schooled me. You know what I mean? I did burpees on the yard with homies who are never getting out. You know what I mean? Working out with them on the weight pile. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking, you know what I mean? They're teaching me how to fucking think. You know what I mean? How to carry myself. Teach me how to fucking. You know what I mean? How to conduct yourself. They talk. You know what I mean? How to be about your family, your blood family. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you love your brother. You know what I mean? Same thing. You know what I mean? Never let. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Yeah.
wow. So when you guys started making music, you guys had some influences. You were talking about Lil Rob.
Yeah.
With some-
Definitely.
What
yeah.
what about you? What were you listening to when you first started?
Yeah, pretty much Chicano Rap was kind of mainly like always my thing, but like in the early 2000s, I think that was like a wave when like Ludacris, Lil Wayne, all them other kind of artists were 50 Cent. So like if I got from mainstream, I would say
Remember
from
that?
mainstream, most of the people that I got my influence from would be like 50 Cent, Ludacris, Tupac,
Yeah, definitely 50 Cent for sure.
like
Bone Thugs.
mainstreams.
for
I would
me.
say like Eminem.
Bone
Bone
Thugs.
Thugs, and then
Not
That's
so much
kinda pretty
Capone. nah,
And then,
but
like,
he did maybe
Chicano
Mr.
Rap.
Criminal. Mr.
Yeah.
Criminal. Big
I would say
Laporte and
Chicano
shit.
Rap would be like Lil Rob, Mr. Criminal. At the time, we were listening to High Power and Low Profile Records, and then
Nally had some bars too. I know it sounds kind of, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, because he did like lovey-dovey music, but that song, that fucking album, Country Grammar, fool,
Oh,
that
okay.
album was fucking. That fool has bars.
see,
homie.
and
That
I
fool
always
can
thought
rap.
like Ludacris was a dope artist. I thought he was like a pretty good lyricist. You mean just I guess, and I guess what they're from like Atlanta or something, ATL, but it just he had that like hype. And then, of course, what came around, I think, during my time in the early 2000s was like Little John and the East Side Boys.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
crunk
get
music
crunk,
they call it.
yeah,
And to me, that was like fire
Yeah, that was
music.
club- yeah,
we would go
yeah.
to Kickers, we would go to some club here in town or
Kickers,
something,
man.
and they played that. there was something going
That should be
down.
playing like at Jokers too, like I was saying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Fuck yeah.
If you heard music like that, Little Scrappy,
Yeah.
fucking, what's that song called?
Knock if you buck. Or no,
no,
that's not Little Scrappy. That's
Little Scrappy's the one that did.
Little Scrappy was dope too. A bunch of people
No
would be like,
idea.
"Oh, you hear what he's saying? Like, he's supposed to be."
Yeah, but
Fucking
like
next.
they just played this kind of like fighting music. It was like crunk music. As soon as you heard that shit, you knew it was going down. Like, oh, we're gonna ride on these fools. You know what I mean? And you would get all 5 or 6 of your little homies, and you know what I mean. You're going against their 5 or 6, whatever, and that music just does something to you.
You guys would wait for that song to fight each other.
Pretty much, man. Even sometimes it was just stuff was on site. You know what I mean? Like someone that didn't like something, you're outside of the club or outside of the bar or somewhere, and it takes that homie to just check. I'm like, what's up? You know, you were looking at me wrong. You know, do you feel some kind of way? And then boom, it just sparks. You know what I mean? But that was like early in the times, that kind
Snoop
of
Dogg,
music.
too.
Yeah.
I remember I had a fucking album with Snoop Dogg on the
Snoop
cassette
Dogg's
tape.
dope.
Snoop Dogg is old shit.
Master P.
Master P, fuck yeah. Yeah.
I never really listened to Master P at all.
No, man.
Yeah,
I
like,
mean,
Master P.
But
was
then
like,
again, you know what I mean? A lot of shit that fucking me and the younger homie, because younger homie's from the generation. He's from this newer generation. And, like, I go to show him, like, oh, shit, this shit was fucking banging, homie. And, like, we listen to it now, like, fucking, it's like, damn, homie, I thought this shit was tight. And it's not all of it, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of it's dope, you know what I mean? But, like, damn. And the homie told me, like, fucking, well, that it's dope because that's what you had at the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all you fools had. That's all you fools had.
yeah. Yeah, it's
But, like, Warren G was dope, too. I fuck with
Yeah.
Warren G.
yeah. I seen like I grew up on everything, man. Country music,
Yeah.
Spanish music.
So I fuck with country, too.
everything,
That's
man.
because of fucking doing whole time in prison. I
Yeah,
fuck with country. When I got introduced to country, I wanted to fucking get out and fucking do a fucking song with a country singer.
yeah.
Damn.
Say
You
that.
should still do that.
With Garth
I-
Brooks.
Nah.
Nah,
Gotta go somewhere better. Garth Brooks is dope, but
that's the only one whose name I know, so I just said it.
shit like Florida Georgia Line.
That's what I was gonna say, bro. I just didn't want to be the one that said it.
Sammy
I was
Ker-
thinking of that.
Florida Georgia Line, Sammy Kershaw, Luke Bryan. Luke Bryan's my favorite. Fucking
He's pretty dope.
Carrie Underwood's pretty good too. Sarah Evans. Sarah Evans is the first country song that I ever fucking actually sat down and listened to. Shout out to my homie fucking Yeckley, fucking Innocent from fucking Springs. From Los Meadows, that's my boy right there. Fucking, he's like, check this shit out, fool. He's like, I love this bitch right here. Like, okay, and she was fine as fuck, you know what I mean? So we were fucking watching it in prison, you know what I mean? In the South, fucking, damn, that song's
Watching
fucking,
it on what?
That song's a banger on the TV. The fucking the bubble TV, it's fucking clear, you know what I mean? But now they're flat screens, but at the time, you know what I mean? There was still fucking fools who had
The bubble
the
TV.
bubble TV and they're see through, you know what I mean? You can see all the way through it. And that's how all the appliances were.
That makes sense because I'm guessing like weapons and
Yeah,
hiding
yeah.
stuff in them.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense. What about now? What are you guys listening to?
Still City Hustlers, homie. Nah.
Shit. I actually fucking I was like pure like Chicano rap for like the longest time. You know what I mean, but like other than like when I was real younger, like Bone Thugs and Snoop Dogg and all that shit. But like now, like fucking, I try to fucking like expand. You know what I mean? Listen to shit. And there's other shit out there that's dope. Like I got homies here. You know what I mean? That introduced me to other artists that are dope. You know what I mean? And they're speaking the same shit that we were that not necessarily us, but like you know what I mean? That the homies were fucking talking about. But it's more catchier. It's more fucking, I don't know, up to date.
Lyrical.
I don't know. It's hard to say it. And I guess, and wordplay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Punchlines. Notice that a lot of people like punchlines.
Yeah, for me, I do like, I don't really listen to people I can't relate to. So like, I like
Yeah,
listening
that's
to
what
like,
it is too. You know what I mean? Like I
like-
can't relate to a lot of them though. So
yeah,
it don't
like
really
my
bump
daughter,
them.
she likes like certain artists, you know, and I don't listen, but like me, I like bumping like J. Cole. I'll listen to
J. Cole's dope. Kendrick Lamar's dope.
Yeah, like
But they're not on our playlist. Like I don't like all the names that I speak. I don't like. They're not on my playlist. Like I don't bump them every day. You know what I mean?
See, and I
I
do
don't even
like
really
I'll
listen to music every day.
I'll listen to Young Dopey. I listen to I listen
ain't
to like
fucking with
our
music
stuff, our
unless I
Still
am
City
in
Hustle
the
stuff, but
studio.
I'll listen to the homie like Go Get and Weddle. You know what I mean? Like I listen to anyone that's on our label. I like to listen to their stuff because I feel like you want to know their story. Like you hang around with these fools, you see them and stuff, but when you listen to their music, like it kind of puts you in a different place from just hearing what you gotta spit all the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So like, you kind of like hear their sense and their side and how they represent and do their music, their style, their form, and I try to learn off a lot of people. You know what I mean? So like I said, like I still listen to a lot of Chicano rap artists, but I listen to like Little Rob. I'll listen to Bozo, Young Dopey. I'll listen to Sad Boy Loco. I'll listen to Cujo,
Sad Boy look like my crib,
Conejo. You know what I mean? And then like, but other artists like there's like one that I listen to Mozzy's stuff, but I couldn't get into it.
And all them fools that you just named know who we are. You know what I mean? Like we've crossed paths one way or another. Huh?
Yeah. But
Spence on homie.
yeah, no, you're good. But yeah, like he listens to this artist named like Mo3 or something.
Yeah, Mo3.
And I can't relate to it. I can't get into their stuff. So if I don't relate to it,
Shout out my homie.
I don't really listen to it. But I'm open to
Mo3
it.
is dope.
So like if the homies ever sent me something like, hey homie, this shit right here is real, I'll listen to it, you know what I mean? But like mainstream, I don't really mess with it too much.
Mozzy was cool. Like
I like my two songs. Again, he's all right.
I fucked with Mozzy, and like I stopped listening to him when he disrespected, not me personally, but he disrespected mine. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of stopped fucking with him after
What
that.
happened? What
Oh, you just like you ever seen that fucking what's that fucking song called?
Don't promote the song.
Yeah.
Nah.
I mean, he's not talking shit about me or like Pueblo or like my barrio or you know what I mean, or anything that I stand for or anything. I mean, yeah, what he
stands for.
Yeah, what I
but
stand
he
for.
didn't,
Yeah,
he didn't,
yeah.
He wasn't directly. It was just something that he put out there that was disrespectful.
It was politically. You know what I mean? Yeah. He disrespected politically about what we stand for. You know, and like damn, I was fucking kind of heartbroken because right before that I had posted on fucking Facebook. I was like, damn, I want to fucking do a song with Mozzy and fucking one of the homies, like, you know, you disrespected the homies, right? Like, damn. And fucking I hit him up and fucking we chopped it up, you know, fucking. Then I heard it, I was like, damn, that's fucked up. Which makes sense because where he's from, the area and shit, you know.
And there's like other artists too. Like I don't really listen to them too much, but my younger brothers listen to them. But there's this one called like Little Weirdo.
Little Weirdo's dope.
They listen to. There's this other one. Dang, I forget his name. I want to say, shit, I can't remember the dude's name, but like to me, that's I guess like the younger generation of Chicano rap or whatever. Or it's kind of more new age, but they listen to them, and I'll listen to a song here and there, like on my playlist. One will kick through, and I'll bump it. You know what I mean? But
Swifty Blue is another one, maybe.
I don't know. I don't think I listen to that. Is that that flake that went belly up?
Oh.
Yeah. I don't listen to him.
Yeah, I fuck with that fool.
Like,
ever since that fool came out, I don't like him.
My thing.
That fool don't.
My thing was
he's supposed to be he is a homie. You know what I mean, like he represents the same thing we do. You know what I mean, he has the same beliefs. Well, he's supposed to have the same beliefs, but he don't conduct himself the way.
See, like
you know what I mean, ever since he came out, I never fucking was like.
I never listened to Swifty Blue. I've seen interviews.
Fuck Swifty Blue.
I've seen interviews of Swifty before I heard his music, and the interviews of how he would act and conduct himself. He was like a clown, and I didn't
doing
dig
clown
that.
shit. I mean,
so when I seen that, I didn't
hopping on the net doing clown shit.
I didn't bother listening to the music to relate to it.
Like,
so.
What did he do?
Like he just goes on
hops
there.
On the net doing clown shit.
Yeah, like
shit that we don't do. Shit that a person from a place from a place where it's the same mentality. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Especially because he's from, you know what I mean, the way fools in California. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? With the homies, you know what I mean? That fool should be fucking sending out a different message. Yeah. But he's doing clown shit just to fucking run his numbers up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's all it was for him was about clout.
And and there's a lot of homies, not just homie rappers in Chicano rap, but homies who are official. You know what I mean? Who are official in the street shit. Don't fuck with him, you know what I mean? Because of the clown shit that he makes us look bad. You know what I mean?
Just represents our culture. And
the homie met him. The homie met him when he was out there with Lil Travieso. Rest in peace to the homie. Fucking, but yeah, he met him fucking with Daniel Howard too. Fucking rest in peace too. But when they went out and they fucking did them videos with that that fool.
You guys don't say his name.
Who?
Who's 50 Blue?
50 Blue.
But fucking, but yeah, this fool met him right there. This fool was scared, homie. He told this fool fucking put his rag away. The fool, you know what I mean? Like, fool, what the fuck? How are you gonna tell me to put my fucking?
How are you gonna tell me to move?
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
You're one of mine, homie. How you gonna tell me? Yeah, we're in your area, fool, and you're all fucking scared, homie. Fucking, I mean, it's just clown shit. You know what I mean? Huh? Oh yeah, he didn't even go to his area. He was scared to go to his area. Fucking knack. Yeah, because he don't live in Paramount. That fool don't live in Paramount, homie. That fool don't live in this fucking barrio.
Is that in California? Paramount?
Yeah. And we had the same beliefs, you know what I mean, as the homies, you know what I mean?
As they should, yeah, I guess.
In California, in Southern Cali, you know what I mean? Fucking, we had the same beliefs. We moved the same way. Fucking, so, like I said, like a lot of homies that are official from over there, and even here, you know what I mean? Or everywhere, you know what I mean? Like, you'll run it, like if you run into some fucking fools, majority of people say that they don't fuck with them fool, and it is because he does clown shit.
Yeah.
And if they like him, it's because they either don't know about this fool, they don't know about his clown shit, or don't think it's a problem, or just don't politically blind from seeing what's going on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But yeah, I never liked that fool.
Yeah, I don't really listen to him.
I call that fool Swifty Red. Fucking that fool video chatter told that fool fucking it's up when he comes because he was supposed to do a concert here when he did that show in Fort Collins.
I think I heard about that. Yeah.
Yeah, he was supposed to come here the next day. The fool that was bringing him is another fool that that's not really beef. And that fool was like, he's like, should I just fucking? Well, I told the promoter that same fool that I was just talking about. Told that fool fucking if you bring that fool, I'm gonna go shut that bitch down, you know. And I mean, he obviously fucking. You got the message. Yeah, you got the fucking message. But anyway, when fucking I hit that fool Swifty Blue up, like, what's, you know what I mean? I hit him up, I was like, you coming to Pueblo or what? And he's like, yeah, I just got booked for a show. And I was like, cool, see you soon, Swifty Red. And he's like, Swifty Red, and fucking I just left it at that. Like, I wasn't gonna answer that fool. Yeah. He fucking video called me and shit, and fucking just chilling, and fucking he fucking played his case. You know what I mean? He played his case and fucking he fucking offered me a fucking free verse and shit. He's like, I'll when I go over there, he was like, fucking, I'll just throw you a free verse. You know what I mean? Just to show you that I'm for the homies. Just to show you. Ain't nobody
so it's on fall. Throw you a free verse, clown. Get off my shit.
Ain't nobody want your motherfucking verse on me.
What's the significance of calling him Swifty Red? Just because his color is blue?
Well, it's because he signed to a norteño label.
Oh.
So yeah, that's some other shit too. That is some other shit. Yeah, other shit.
So he just clown.
We ain't got to really get
Swifty
into all that.
The clown. Swifty Red.
Yeah, that fool's a clown. End of the day, he's a clown.
He ain't solid. Just don't listen to him.
Yeah, that fool. I mean, he's probably done gangster shit in his life. You know what I mean? You can't take that from him, homie. You know what I mean? You can't take anybody's fucking unless you.
But how are you gonna be a certain way? Like this is
fucked. It's
you grow up a certain way. You grow up with morals, and you conduct yourself a certain way. And I get people change. Like people.
All that shit could go out the window. All the shit that you done, fool, could go out the window once you do some clown shit. Once.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like people could change. People could go from gangbanging to be like Christians or Catholic, whatever it is that, you know, and people change their lives around, and that's okay, but they still conduct themselves a certain way with respect, and he's not doing that. He was like breaking code on so much shit.
You know what I even told him to, or well, he told me, he was like, cause that fool that was bringing him, he was like, he paid him his deposit, you know, and when I was talking to him, he's like. Cause I was telling him about that fool. I was telling him that we don't get along with that fool that's bringing them and shit. He was like, "Is he a piece of shit or what?" Talking about like, is he? You know what I mean? Is there paperwork? You know what I mean? Is he a piece of shit? Like I was like, nah, just none of the homies fuck with them. Ain't no homies fuck with that fool. He's like, well, should I just keep his deposit? Cause he fucking sent me $1.5 rack. And I told him, you know what I mean? I was like, nah, fool, come, you know what I mean? Do your show, you know what I mean? He's a homie, you know what I mean? He's a homie. He's fucking. Come, you know what I mean? That's fucked up. You know what I mean? Don't burn him. But fucking, he didn't end up coming because, you know what I mean? Because the way our conversation went.
Yeah.
He was scared.
Fucking, I don't know if he was scared. You know what I mean? I can't say that. I'm not gonna call him scared. You know what I mean? I don't know what he had going on. I don't know, but I'm just speaking the facts. I mean, I don't make them. I just follow them. But Anyway, yeah. Fucking, he didn't come and shit, and fucking, he went on the food community, or that promoter fool went on the food community. I don't know if you follow the food community.
I know Duno.
Huh? Duno's, yeah, he's funny. Yeah, he's not the food community though.
Oh,
it's a whole different page. They promote like a lot of fucking like Mexican culture shit, Mexican artists and shit. You know what I mean? Not necessarily Chicano rap, just fools who rap, I guess, because they post all kinds of crazy shit. But even funny shit, clowning on fools. You know what I mean? Just different shit. Fucking but that fool from here, that promoter fool, fucking, they posted one of his videos and shit. And he was fucking talking shit, like kind of talk shit about that fool. And Swifty Red went and fucking commented, and he was like that fucking promoter's fucking broke. He didn't have money to pay, and fucking I shouldn't have like, cause you know what I mean, I went and hopped on the net. You know what I mean, talking shit. You shouldn't be doing that, but I had to speak the facts. It's fucked up that you have to go to the internet to make motherfuckers listen. You know what I mean? But you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? Yeah. You shouldn't be putting fucking beefs, or fucking, not necessarily beefs, but issues, or not necessarily issues. You know what I mean? Shit that's fucking shit that could get people in trouble.
If it's shit that's meant to be done in face and in person, it shouldn't be on the fucking internet.
Yeah.
If you got beefs, if you got problems, don't go on the fucking internet.
Motherfucker want to record. Motherfucker want to record when they're fighting and shit. Like, fool, you're fucking dry snitching, homie. What the fuck?
Like, whatever. You know? Yeah, like, to me, I just feel like if it's something you got. I mean,
it's cool, like, for the homies, you know what I mean? But like,
if you got problems with someone, address it in person. Don't be fucking fake about your shit. You know what I mean? If you're gonna be solid, you're gonna be solid. If you got a problem with someone, address them. That's just the way I feel. You know what I mean?
Yeah, straight up.
Like, don't go on the internet and be like, you know, oh, so and so.
And it happens, you know what I mean? Well, with me, you know what I mean? Because a lot of fools be talking shit, you know what I mean? And like I said, it's fucked up that you have to even go to the internet to fucking even get this motherfucker's attention, homie, because they ain't out here, you know what I mean? Yeah, ain't out in the streets or nothing.
They're on the net.
I mean, I'm home too, you know what I mean? I'm at home too, you know what I mean? But when I'm out there, you know what I mean? Don't see fools that fucking be talking shit or nothing, you know what I mean? So it's fucking, why you gonna fucking go and put it on the internet if you ain't fucking really about what the fuck you're doing?
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that Swifty does.
Next topic.
Topic.
All right. So that was the main question was what you guys were listening to. But what about like how was it? All right, let's get back into that concert. We haven't even talked about that.
Oh shit.
So who was the whole lineup?
Talk all day, fool.
Yeah, on the concert there was I don't know the exact full lineup. I know that there was Amanda Perez, Lil Rob, Big Gemini. There was another local artist. I believe his name was Miggy. He was from La Familia Records or something like that.
Yeah, from Montrose.
Yeah, he was a cool homie. We met him yesterday.
Junction.
But other than that, of course, we were on there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and there was like a few older
Homies
artists.
were in the building.
I want to say kind of like oldie type stuff. You know what I mean? But I don't necessarily like know the full names. You know, so
yeah. That one fool fucking that took a picture with us was from Tierra, huh?
Yeah, I believe so.
Or Tierra? Is it Tierra or Tierra?
Yeah, from Tierra.
That fool didn't look like he knew Spanish at all.
Nah, a lot of people don't, man. I mean, it's not our language to begin with.
But yeah, that fool, I didn't even realize it till I seen pictures of him on stage.
Yeah.
I seen one of the fucking, the DJs they posted, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, damn, fucking, what song did they sing? Because I'm sure you never heard of them.
No.
Yeah.
Look it up on your phone real quick.
Yeah, there's quite a few artists.
Just the name. Never mind.
There was quite a few artists, but I want to give a major shout out to the homie Iggy. You know, it was represented through I Am Media.
Can't remember. Got the headphones on. Got the headphones.
The homie Iggy, I want to give a shout out to. He's the one that he's our promoter that we go through. Puts us on a lot of shows.
A lot of the big shows, like
lowrider super shows and shit.
All the big shows, like all the ones that sell out here in Colorado. He's the one who.
And like this homie, he doesn't hit just all of Southern Colorado. Like now he's moving game on to California, and he's gonna be getting us connects out there and stuff. You know, so shout out to Iggy.
Hell yeah.
Him and Rocky. You know, much respect. And shout out to DJ Royal Rumble.
Sold out shows. We've done the event center. You know what I mean? It's hard to get in the fucking event center. You know what I mean? As far as even for openers, you know what I mean? Yeah, that shit's hard.
Yeah, especially to sell out a show. You know what I mean? Like he sells out.
You got. I don't know, but like let's say, you know what I mean? You got, like, I would think you got to either sell out, or the minimum is like almost, I mean, like 80% sold out. I mean,
Yeah.
and all the big shows that come to Colorado is through the homie Iggy.
Yeah,
And
but it
that
was
fool
dope,
fucks
man.
with us. That fool fucks with us dope.
Yeah.
So all the big shows that come, the lowrider super shows, fucking big ass shows. I can show you fucking videos, fucking big ass crowds, homie.
Yeah.
Like
And
big,
we've worked,
homie. Like
we've worked with a lot of
huge.
artists, man. We've worked with artists like Little Guete, Little Rob, Mike Jones, like I said, Amanda Perez. You know what I mean? A lot of them type artists. And
Yeah,
stuff.
done shows with all them. I was locked up for that one. That's when they first fucked. Oh yeah, Mike Jones was at that lowrider show. Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, man, the show was pretty dope, man. It's a good feeling, you know, when you get to go out there and rock the stage. Just seeing all them people there. Like at first, you know, I think like concerts are hard because a lot of people nowadays they just like to stand there and record with their phones, and like you get no. It's almost like you get no reaction from them. Mm-hmm. But like I like sometimes when we go and perform and we just get the crowd hype and people screaming, yelling, and you're getting people out of their seat. Like that's a good feeling. You know what I mean? I feel like that's how a concert should be. You know what I mean? And then we also like us three, like the other artists, like I said, Stomper, he ain't here, but like we'll argue about what songs we want to perform. And me, I like to perform some of our earlier stuff.
We've been talking about the order.
Yeah, but like I feel like there's certain songs that we perform all the time, but I tell them like these are songs that we're known for. Like this song is our hype song. People hear this song and they know exactly who we are. You know what I mean? And it gets the crowd pumping every time.
The homie said that there was a bunch of people fucking singing the lyrics to one of our songs last night. I didn't hear it.
That's
Did you?
tight.
I didn't hear it. I just heard the music. That shit was dope. But the homie said that fucking they hear.
It's probably
like,
Sunday Cruising.
Yeah,
It's a lowrider song that we did. You know what I mean?
A remix. There was the remix that we performed. Yeah.
But it's cool, man. It's a good feeling.
Yeah.
You know.
We got one next month too in Albuquerque.
Yeah. Well, YB.
Yeah, we got a record with him. Make sure you guys go fucking check that out too. Cold Outside, available on all digital platforms.
Yeah.
That's just hard.
Why? What does YB stand for?
It's Yogi been established. His name's Yogi. He used to go by Yogi, and he was younger back in the days.
When he was more like into the Chicano rap.
Yeah.
Like image, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? The persona looking,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
And
About
then,
the
now-
essay, you know what I mean? Or, you know what I mean? I was
Yeah,
thinking
now
YG.
it stands for Yogi been established. So YB, pretty dope artist, man.
But yeah.
What about your guys' names? How'd you guys come up with your names? Like, what was it?
Shit, honestly, fucking when Still City Hustlers first started, it was a whole different face. Like I was saying earlier, it was me, my cousin, and my homie Gabe, the one that could rap all fast. We were the original Still City Hustlers, and the homie that I was fucking robbing houses with, fucking. He was supposed to start rapping. I remember always telling he would like try to write shit, but fucking he would never go and record at the little thing, you know, at the little microphone that I was talking about earlier. He would never do it, but like he would have shit written and shit, fucking. And then my cousin fell off. We stopped talking to that fool, so it was just me and my homie Gabe. And then for a while it was just me and him. And then I met fucking Stomp, started fucking with him, and then some other fool. And then another fool. So, like, there was, like, 5 of us. And then everyone fell off except my homie Stomp. You know what I mean? And then at that time, I had already got fucking locked up and went to the joint. Got out, and that's when he introduced me to this phone. Put that phone on, and it was us 3. And then...
When they start calling you Ese Silient?
Shit, always shit. Since fucking me and the
I don't know why they call him that. This fool ain't even that quiet.
Shit, homie, like... Shit, it's a fucking, I don't know what you call it, homie. I don't know what you would call it, homie.
Yeah.
It's like the different shit, homie.
Yeah. Like for me,
like fucking Debo, you know what I mean? You know what that fool's name is? His real name? That fool's name is Tiny too, you know what I mean?
Tiny
it's like
Lester.
I don't know what you would call it, like the backwards shit. You know what I mean? What would you call that?
Oxymoron.
Yeah.
An oxymoron, you know what I mean? I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, Stev Dawg actually kind of came like from one of my older homeboys. He's gone now. His name was Ray C. Rest in peace.
But I like to creep up on motherfuckers too.
Yeah, so like I remember we were all kicking back, and like I said, I was young at this time. My homie Mark, he's like, hey, you know, like now that you're with us and stuff, we got to give you a name. And he kept calling me Chaos. And he's like, we're gonna call you Chaos. We're gonna call you KO. We're gonna call you Chaos. And I was like, why? He's like, cuz fool. He's like, you're down. Like you go in there and you'll stir up some shit. You know what I mean? And
I see it, but I don't.
Yeah. So I'm like I didn't like that name.
I know you're a Chaos,
thought
but you don't look like one.
Yeah. I was like, I don't like. And he's like, we'll spell it different.
That's good though.
We'll spell it with the K. Blah. And then like my homie Ray was like, no, he's like, we're gonna call this fool fucking your dog, homie, fucking, cause you're a loyal ass motherfucker, and you ain't afraid to bite. You know what I mean? So and just like Stev Dawg, it just went together. You know what I mean? And but like they were calling me Little E. My uncle would call me Little E, and my aunties. It was more like the family side would call me that, and then the other homies from like the neighborhood would call me Stev Dawg and stuff. And then I just, you know what I mean? Like everyone I knew, all my homies, my homie Stomper, just kind of just from there on, I was just a young kid, and it kind of just followed me. It stuck with me.
Then eventually, it was just the group, and then my whole thing is like I want to take all my homies with everything. So I was like, fuck, I'm just gonna put on single artists now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Solo artists. Got my homie Weddle on the team. You know what I mean? Got my homie fucking Go Getter on the team. You know, and they do their own thing. You know what I mean? They're part of Still City Productions. And fucking, but they're not Still City Hustlers.
There's
You know what I mean?
solo artists, individual
label,
artists.
You know, fucking. So yeah, just trying to fucking take everyone with us. You know.
Yeah.
Do you guys want water?
I'm good, man. Thank
Yeah,
you.
we do right now.
Okay,
This fucking joint keep going out. I'm not hitting it.
that's fair. What about Stumper? How do you get his name? I feel like that's pretty self-explanatory.
He's a big
Yeah,
ass
he's a big ass
motherfucker and be
one.
stomping fools out. No, yeah, the homie Stomper,
Yeah, I've seen him fucking
just
growing up.
yeah,
I
he's
met that
just a
fool when I
big
was like
homie, you know
16.
what I mean?
Yeah.
when you see some fool walk through the door, like his thing is like, you know what I mean? I come through and I stomp, you know. So
That's the fool that when I was telling you earlier, fucking, we're the type that fucking, if you're not around and motherfuckers talking shit, we're either fucking, I mean, we, however you handle it, but something, it needs to be addressed.
yeah,
And I was saying the homie fucking laid this fool out, and I seen it, you know.
yeah,
You know what I mean? Laid him out. You know what I mean? Perfect example why I call him Stomper. Fucking put him down.
yeah, just straight fucking. But yeah, man.
Yeah, but yeah, that fool's all sick right now. That motherfucker was supposed to come, but yeah, I love that fool.
You guys
Love
ever?
all my homies. Free my homies.
You have a lot of friends that are locked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys both do.
Yeah, I do.
Honestly, I have more in there than I do out here. On some real shit.
Like,
Way more in
like
there.
how many friends do you think you have locked out here?
Out here? Shit. Maybe fucking 5, 6. I could count them on my hand, my boy.
Yeah.
Like, I know people that I'm cool with, you know what I mean? I'll go to their house and chill with them, you know what I mean? But I'm not gonna count on you to fucking be there when I motherfucking need you. You know what I mean? I'll be there when you need me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll be there when you need me. And if not, homie, then I'm in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If you're not, you're in trouble. So we might as well just fucking avoid all the bullshit. I'm just not even, you're cool, homie. I'm just, you know what I mean? You're not one of my
Like I said,
real ones only.
Anyone
you know
that
what
we're
I mean?
gonna
You
be
know what's
around is
cracking.
gonna be solid, bro. So for the most part, you know what I mean. I know that if something were to go down,
Oh, shit,
I could
my bad.
fucking
Oh,
rely on the
shit.
people
Touching
here.
it.
in
Not
this
that
room
only
with me.
man, son.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. This guy was touching my nail guard.
Oh, no,
Yeah, right.
yeah.
You know, now I got sorry.
Yeah.
Beat thighs on me.
But what were you saying?
Oh, I was basically saying, like, you know, anyone that we hang around with is solid, bro. Like, you know, I know that if I go somewhere and something happens, I could depend on the people in this room to have my back.
And a lot of people
likewise,
don't speak on shit either, you know what I mean? So, like, with us, we're friends, homie, so fucking, if hey, fool, what's going on with this, homie, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you better fucking have some type of fucking explanation, because, like I said earlier,
That
it's
seem
not
like
that your ass.
we don't
you know what I mean?
necessarily, like, when things go down, like, say something happens between us, I'm not going to go and check him on it right then and there in front of somebody, or he's not going to go and check
yeah,
me.
in front of the
we
public
wait,
and shit.
we wait till we're back home, and then
Yeah.
when you're back to the hood, and then you're just like, hey,
yeah,
homie, that
nobody
wasn't
needs
cool.
to see that. That's just not for the public, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? We do it on our own time, you know what I mean?
It's just
Do that
like,
shit.
but we're firm and we're blunt
You-
with each
yeah,
other about
yeah.
how we feel. We
Yeah.
actually tell each other like, hey, homie, you're fucking doing this and whatever, and vice versa. And then it just kind of makes
That's how
us
they- all of them.
better
All of us,
individuals.
that's
You
how
know
we
what I
are.
mean? That's how I feel. It just makes you a better individual when you're
Hell yeah.
upfront and straight up about shit instead of just kind of holding it in your chest. You know? What
Yeah,
I mean?
and if we don't agree with your explanation, well, we'll cross that road when we get there.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way I could put it, but
You guys ever like have a big fight amongst the group?
well, yeah, we fight all the time.
We argue, but not a fight.
Nah, not a fight, no.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, actually,
I think we
yeah,
fight.
I know. Yeah,
I think the only time we fight is when it comes to music videos, because then we're all like, no, we should do this, no, we should do that, and then everyone's just
Man,
like,
that
getting
shit's
frustrated.
fucking stressful as fuck. Because
I thought he was talking about like how we.
oh yeah, I was too,
no.
but he went in a different way. But yeah, I was talking about that too.
Yeah, I don't think. I mean, homies fight all the time.
Yeah.
You guys actually like fight, like fist fight sometimes?
It's happened.
Yeah, sometimes, yeah. The homie fought the homie from mine. The homie,
I mean, it happens.
and all that does is just bring us closer. You know what I mean? That lets me know that you're down to fight.
It just knows
you
you're
know
solid.
It lets you know that you got heart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It lets me know that you're fucking standing up for what you believed in at that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you're wrong, well, we'll deal with that shit when we get there.
But like, as far as
We
arguments,
don't make the rules. We just
I say
follow.
it's like I would say arguments like little shit. But the only time we argue is like when it comes to fucking music videos. But other than that, we're always on the same topic. You know what I mean? Like we go in the studio, we make our music, we drop our shit, we do what we got to do. We go to these shows, we rock these shows, we do our shit, we're ready to go. You know what I mean?
We get a lot of love too from the crowds, especially here in the town. Well, pretty much because we traveled to other states and shit and done shows.
I feel like we've gotten a lot more love out of state and
You
other
think
cities.
we get more love out of state?
Sometimes I think
Yeah,
we
sometimes,
do.
yeah.
But like
Or
our
like
town,
the town rocks with us. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know if
yeah.
you ever seen one of our performances. We could show you videos of last
Yes.
night's, but that's just yeah, you have.
I have. I'm pretty sure. I don't.
yeah, it represents
Oh,
my city. You know what
Like
I mean?
Still City Hustlers says. and shit.
719 Pueblo,
Like,
you know what's up.
We get the crowd fucking. We interact with the crowd and they interact back. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? They show us a lot of love.
And that's the thing, we're representing for them. You know, we're
Yeah.
representing for our city. We're representing for the Still City. And then it's not just representing for the South Side, representing for the East
Yeah,
Side.
we're
You know what I mean?
as
we're
a
like,
unit.
yeah, as a unit, we're going in there. We're representing for everyone.
And if you ain't with that, then you're against us.
Yeah.
Then you're against. If you ain't with that, then you're against that. You know what I mean?
You guys feel like you guys have a lot of people that are quote unquote like against that?
No, I think
There's some, but
Yeah,
they ain't gonna
there's
say
some.
nothing. They'll go on the internet and fucking talk about it, or they'll go and tell this fool about it. You know
Let
what
me
I mean?
put it this
but
way.
they'll never come and address it. You know what I
let me
mean?
put it this way: if we went to a show or we went
Motherfuckers that are with the
somewhere
business will, but
and something was about to go down, I would say we got the majority, and we ain't losing.
I mean, there's other fools out there that I guess I could consider enemies that I know are with the business. You know what I mean, you gotta give them that. You can't take nobody's fucking shit that they done. You know what I mean, until they do some faulty shit. And then, but again, a lot of motherfuckers do their faulty shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, there's different kind of friends. I don't really need my friend to fucking fuck someone up for me. I feel like we could just hang out.
Yeah, I know, but you just want basically the way I feel is like I want someone who
Yeah, you're right.
I want to be solid with someone. You know what I mean? Like
how come you guys just don't chill? How come you guys just don't chill? Like, damn, we never thought of that.
yeah, like I mean, we could be friends. We could be friends, but say like,
always on to something, homie.
but think of it this way: wouldn't you rather have a friend someone that's loyal to you, or someone that's just your friend? Because say you're cool with someone that you smoke weed with every day, and then you go and you show him a pound of cocaine or something, and the cops come through the door and he sells you out. Is he still gonna be your friend?
But is it
How would you theoretically think?
But is it my fault for having the
Hypothetically.
cocaine?
It's your fault for having the cocaine, but the fact that he points you out, takes you to court, and says, "Yeah, it's his, not mine."
So,
I didn't
like,
want to get in trouble.
That kind of like
As compared to like sometimes when it happens, everyone's just quiet. The cops are like, "Fuck, nobody's speaking. We're confiscating and we're leaving and we're gonna go do this line down the street because that's how cops are." You know
oh,
what I mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Right?
Like-
Nah, I don't know. I just feel like my friends are the people that I went through traumatic experiences with.
Trials and tribulations, shit. you know what I
Yes,
mean?
my friends are the people that if I'm down with you, chances are I've got shot at with you or done
You know what I
other,
mean?
you know what I mean? Or
Yeah.
I've fought with you, or we fought in against enemies, or
Yeah.
or
You did me a paro, homie.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
What's that? What's a paro?
Favor.
a solid,
A solid.
You know what I mean? But like a lot of the people that I surround myself with is the people that have been there from day one.
Yeah.
I don't really step too far outside of my circle because I don't really trust a lot of people. You know
I
what I
got
mean?
one soup left,
I have-
homie. You want half?
I feel like I have trust issues. So yeah, like the homie Stomper, me and that fool used to break
Save it
bread
till
back
tomorrow.
when we were broke. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people don't.
Late at night,
I'd
you wake
rather,
up all hungry.
you know, I'd rather eat fucking crumbs with bums than steaks with snakes, man. Like I said, the homie Stomper, back in the day when me and him were going through hard times and we were living paycheck to paycheck, me and this fool would bring fucking sandwiches and split them, you know what I mean? Split a bag of
Hell
chips.
yeah.
And those are the kind of people I feel like I want in my corner, because when I know he ends up doing better in life, he's going to take me with him. And when I end up doing better in life, I'm going to take him with me, you know what I mean? But if I can't trust you and I feel like you have some kind of animosity against me or something towards me, I tend to stay away from people like that. I just, like I said, I have a lot of trust issues.
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean,
so I pick my circle wisely.
Yeah. How many friends do you think do you say you would have out here as opposed to inside?
I would say a good five that I'm solid.
Oh, you've never
with.
been locked up. That's a good thing about it.
I mean, I've never been
you
to
said
prison,
that.
so that's a good thing. But like, I have a lot of homies that are
But,
locked
like,
up. Like he was
Same
saying,
mentality, you know what I mean?
yeah, friends that are on the inside, I have like a good solid 3. But out here, you know what I mean? Like I said, I would say no more than
It's
5.
the same, yeah. It's the same shit. Like I was saying.
That's crazy. All right, so getting back on the music, for the people that haven't listened to your guys' stuff, you guys have been saying Chicano music and whatnot. How would you differentiate your music from, you know, people that are making kind of somewhat in the same hemisphere?
Well, like I said, like when I was saying, like the way I feel like I represent Chicano rap, like I'm representing for the community, because like I said, I've actually been out there and I've helped feed the homeless. I've done toy runs, turkey runs. I've been part of the lowrider community, helped the youth, had these lowrider functions.
We fought for the kids in cages. Remember that shit? We fucking.
So like I feel
to
like
the
when I
detention
speak on
ice.
Chicano rap, when I feel like the way I
Let 'em out.
the way I speak on Chicano
Mexican
rap is
flags.
different from someone that's speaking from a neighborhood point of
Bunch
view.
of homies.
Like you can be a rap artist talking about your block, that's cool, but I'm talking about my town, my people, everyone in general. You know what I mean? So I feel like the way I represent Chicano rap is different from most of these other artists because they're just talking about their neighborhood, which is cool. I mean, I do it too. I've done
Just
it
in
too.
a different sense. It's not
but
so much.
I feel like I'm trying to
yeah.
put out a different message.
Like our shit don't even really sound like Chicano rap either. Like I was saying earlier, it's all that essay and fucking orale shit. You know what I mean? That's like the typical Chicano rap. Like we don't really do that shit.
And me, I feel like if you're a Chicano rap artist,
But we're
a
still
real
Chicano rap.
No,
you know what I
listen
mean?
to this. To me, a real rap Chicano artist, to me, doesn't use the N word.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't like
for
that.
sure. Yeah.
Like
I
I've
hate
rapped
that
with
shit.
people and they're dropping
I
N
hate
bombs.
that shit.
Like we already have about 6 albums, 5 to 6 albums out, and you don't even hear the N word in
Yeah,
none of them, bro.
That shit ain't none of our and say with all our homies, no one talks like that.
And I have
one
homies
talks like that.
in my neighborhood that are black, you know, and I don't
Yeah, we're cool
disrespect
with the
them
black.
that
You
way.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't disrespect my.
I know
my
that's just
homies like
we know
that.
it's just the lingo and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
But-
That's cool, I guess. You know what I mean? I guess it's just the lingo. I guess that's cool again. But
Yeah, but
you shouldn't take away from another culture.
How would you like it if some homie came up to you, some white boy or some, you know, came up to you and said, "Oh, you little, what's up, wetter?"
But then people
What
will
up, you
say,
little
"Well, it's
beaner?"
just like homie or bro." You know what I mean? It's just
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
To them, but I would feel
Yeah,
offended.
but
right?
yeah.
If someone
But like
come up
politically,
"What's
why
up?
are you
What up,
taking away
beaner?
from that culture?
What up?
Why are you
What up,
taking away
little wetter?"
from other people?
Like you're gonna be like, "Fuck you, man. That's disrespectful." You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I
straight up.
don't go up to someone like, "Oh, what up, driller?" You know, whatever. I feel like that's wrong. You don't do that. Why? I'm trying to, you know. What I mean? You just don't say that.
Yeah. We don't,
It's
we don't-
disrespectful.
I agree. Yeah.
But we understand it's just the lingo.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't
That's a
understand.
whole nother topic right there too. Shit. That's a whole nother topic we get into. That's what I'm saying.
What?
So I was saying earlier we could be talking all day. You know what I mean? We pick your motherfucking brain. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We've been going for 2 hours. We can. I mean, I'm not rushing this. We can keep talking about stuff.
Shit, let's get it.
What was that topic you were talking about?
Shit, what was it?
You said lingo or something.
Yeah, the lingo's definitely
How people say
changed.
like, oh, you gotta evolve with times and shit. I agree that with that to an extent.
You don't
know what I mean?
have to evolve with time. I think
But-
just it happens. Evolution just
But
happens.
evolution does not consist of fucking start acting this way. This is not
No,
who.
that's just the generations though, bro. Because look at to the younger generation, we probably seem like, man, these fools like you can't even say this around them, or they get mad because that's how we grew up though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then like
See, exactly, homie.
I know,
if,
but
if you ain't on your P's and Q's
yeah.
when they come around us, homie, then
So for
you know what I mean?
them, it's to them we're probably not.
And not
on
even
their
just
P's and
us. You know what I
Q's.
mean, like there's fucking thousands of fucking people who feel the same way.
Yeah.
Blacks, whites, fucking gente. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
fucking thousands of people who feel that same way, homie. That shit should not be used. But then again, there's more people who don't care. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, we
I
don't
say
use
it.
that shit. Yeah, we don't use that shit at all. I mean, I know people who do. You know what I mean? I know people who do.
Yeah.
But like when we're talking about like, I don't know, cause
Like to me, I don't know. You
I don't
you
know,
could be a
'cause-
dope artist,
I don't know.
and you could be just spitting bars, and as soon as I hear it, I'm, you know what I mean. Especially if they're not of that descent. If I hear some like Chicano fool going up there spitting bars, and then all of a sudden he just drops it, like whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I
don't
feel
know.
like that's a feeling.
Cause Little
where-
Weirdo says nigga. Does Little Weirdo says nigga, don't he? Nah, maybe not. He don't say nigga.
I don't know. I don't. So
Yeah, that's what matters. Huh?
Yeah.
But not much, huh?
But like I said, his generation, his time is different from ours.
Yeah.
He's a little younger.
That's why I
than
like
us.
him too. Cause you know what I mean, that's what I
Yeah.
like about like some of my friends.
His
too. Like,
wordplay is
Go
pretty
Getter too.
dope.
And I mean, he's my artist, Go Getter too, and not just my artist. I mean, like that's one of my fucking.
Homies.
That's what. Yeah, it's one of my. You know what I mean? Fucking he's from this generation, and he don't fucking talk like that. And I love that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like.
It's
mean,
just
you-
like it's like to
Be
me.
proud
It's
of
like
who you are. And I'm not saying you gotta go over like, oh, I'm Chicano or Brown Pride. You gotta do all that. You know what I mean? But don't take away from another motherfucker's culture.
yeah. To me, it's like when I hear it, bro, it's like a scratch on a chalkboard. I'm like, I don't like it, bro.
Yeah,
you
same.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I get
Especially
it.
when it comes from a homie too.
People fool around and joke and
But
play.
I know
like,
I know
but-
solid homies who say it
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I'm not saying they're not. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. For
But yeah,
for
yeah.
them,
but
to
we're,
me,
we're thinking
my
of a bigger
morals.
picture. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
my morals
same,
are
homie.
different.
Same.
there's nothing wrong with them. That's that person. I can't speak. Like if you say I can't speak for you, bro, that's you. You're your own person. But my morals.
I won't say I'm not. I've never.
Yeah.
I don't really fuck with that.
My morals are just a little different. I stand on what I stand on, and it is what it is.
Respect. I mean, I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And some people fuck with us for it, and some people don't fuck
Yeah.
with us for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. If someone gets upset for not being like comfortable with another person saying that word, like it's kind of a weird reason to get upset.
Yeah. Yeah, straight up. Especially if that's your fucking boy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, you're fucking up, and you want to get all sad at me. The fuck?
Yeah. Like my brothers, they're younger
How am I the
generation.
bad guy?
They use it, and I'm just like, look, I'm like, bro,
Take some
saying that
accountability,
shit, you know what I
motherfucker.
mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of racist sometimes. Like
Yeah,
it
exactly.
It depends
the way
on
you
how
say
they
it.
say it. Yeah, like if
Exactly.
I feel like when they come out it racist, then you're like, dang, it's raw. You know what I mean? But still, like, I don't know. I guess it's just more of a respect thing to me. I guess you know what I mean.
Yeah, more of a respect thing. Yeah.
I don't want someone from a different descent or culture calling me a beaner or wetter or wetback or mohawk.
Yeah.
Like, you
yeah,
know what I
fuck
mean?
That shit. Motherfuckers
If we're
split.
cool, like if you're my homie and we're like, that's us, then whatever is different. But like
That's still kind
like
of
if I just went,
if you're an
and-
outsider,
yeah, if I say I went and just met like someone out there and I'm like, oh, what up, dude, you know, and start saying that, they're gonna be like, who the fuck are you? Like, you don't be talking to us like that. You know what I mean? That's wrong. That's just where I come from on that.
yeah,
But-
that's the same shit. Man.
Anyway,
Homie thinks like that. The homies think like that. I mean, the friends that we're talking about on the hands, they all think like that.
yeah.
So what about future projects or anything? You guys working on anything?
Always, man.
Yeah, hell
We,
yeah.
uh,
We got like fucking.
I'm actually working on another project right now. I'm gonna try to
Solo
drop
shit.
another small EP, another album.
Any titles or anything?
I do have a few. Actually, I could read them off to you because I don't know them off the top of my head.
These are ideas or these are set in stone?
No, these are set in stone. I just got to go in, get them all done, and I'm ready to go.
And that's a solo project. He be dropping solo albums.
Hell yeah. How many solo albums do you have?
This will be my third one.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
So, like, one of them, I'm going to do one called Too Late, Tequila y Sangria, Bad Things, Lowriders Dance, Life of a Gangster,
Put some
Diamond
on
and
the
Supply, so many losses, all lies on me. And I spell that different. It's not like, oh, like Tupac, all lies on me. It's all lies. Like someone lying.
Oh, that's tight.
All
Damn, you
lies
never
on
told me
me.
that shit. Damn.
Yeah, so
was that?
those are
News-
just a
that-
few.
That's news of both of us, homie.
Hell yeah, what is that, like 10, 11 songs? What was that?
I think I don't know. I think altogether it was like 12, 13. So to me, it's a small EP because
On which
most
one?
this new album I want to
Oh.
drop, because the other albums I've dropped previously have like 20 plus tracks
Yeah.
probably. But I just try to keep pushing. I try to keep bringing out new stuff. And then as far as a group, we still have music coming out. We have probably like 5 or 6 songs in the works right now.
Yeah.
But what's hard is like we're trying to get visuals out there, and we lost. Rest in peace, Daniel
Yeah,
Howard.
Colorado took a big loss as
Yeah.
far music wise.
We lost our videographer, and it's kind of hard for us to just jump in with anyone.
I correct myself, you know what I mean? I guess I worded that wrong. But yeah.
Like for
His
me,
mom too, for sure.
yeah, like for me, I think it's hard because like he knew how we worked, and like everything was in sync when we would all like link up.
Hell yeah.
But like with these other artists, you got to learn their ways. You got to learn how they maneuver, how they work. These videographers, you know what I mean? So like, we've been trying to get back out there with that, and it's hard because
we're trying to
no one can do what the kid was doing. He was ahead of his time,
yeah,
man.
hell yeah.
This kid
Rest in
had
peace,
like
Daniel Howard, hell yeah.
all the top notch shit, and he was with the times. He you know what I mean?
That fool like executed our vision like
To the T almost.
yeah, almost to the T, yeah.
And like I said, every time it was
But it
always in
worked.
sync.
I mean, we were cool with
But
it.
so I feel like as far as the visuals,
Yeah,
it's
dope.
hard to get back out there
Because
we
we're
just
still
gotta
trying to
find that
we're still
videographer.
looking for some, you know what I mean? We're trying to hold them people to the homie standards, you know?
Yeah,
To Daniel's standards.
yeah, and that's hard because
But we're about to be fucking with Hay when that fool got good. He
Yeah.
got dope as fuck. Chopped it up with that homie.
but yeah, as far as projects, man, we
And-
got
and
them.
Our shit's different, you know what I mean? Like music videos now, I mean not now, it's always been same old shit, you know what I mean? Money, cars, you know what I mean? Fucking bunch of fools standing in front of lowriders or whatever. Like
We're
fools-
actually doing
yeah,
storylines.
we do like little fucking movies and shit in our fucking in our music videos. You know what I
And
mean?
everything that we do
So that's
has
why
a
we stress
meaning.
and fight, you know what I mean? When we're talking about earlier.
Yeah, because everything we have has a meaning behind it. Like the one we just recently did was called Little Homie. And that was basically to just kind of bring awareness to the younger generation of kids growing up, joining these gangs, getting in the dope game, and
yeah, showing
and
both
just-
sides of the coin. and
yeah,
shit.
pretty much like
weren't.
the bad life isn't always a good life. So
And if you're with the business,
it was basically a
Smoke
message
some,
of
homie.
what your life, where you can start and where it ends.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows, when you get involved in this type of lifestyle, there's two places, you know what I mean? You end up either dead or in prison. But like Little Homie, I feel like we put a strong message through on that. It's not
Yeah.
just your average rap with girls in the background
Yeah.
and cars and
talking about doing shit, you know what I mean?
This
Shit that sounds
like
cool because that's what music is, you know what I mean?
yeah, these are actual this is stuff.
And we're
that-
talking about little fools who are actually getting involved in street shit, you know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
who we're talking to in that song, you know what I mean? Young homies, my young homies, his young homies, his young homies.
And then another
Fools
one
that
we
are really
did.
in the street shit.
The other one we did was Real Ones Only.
Yeah,
that
was a
one was
good
basically,
You ever seen that one?
I think I have.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
that
one
shit's-
basically is a
shit's almost
storyline as
fucking-
well.
8 minutes long.
It's like a story of betrayal is the way I want to think of it, because like you
Yeah,
got
for
these
sure.
group of guys that are going to get ready to pull a little heist off
Yeah.
to rob like these neighborhood dope dealers.
On a pool table, right?
Yeah, and
Seen
the
the
whole
video.
time there's an informant cop.
Had the blueprint of the house and everything. Shit was dope.
Yeah, there's like in there's like an informant cop that joins this little gang of bandits that are about to pull this heist off on that local drug
Yeah.
dealer because he's trying to take everyone down.
But
in
he's been in
general.
the circle, you know what I mean? He's
Yeah.
been in the circle and fucking was working with the cops all the time, huh?
Yeah. So I end up playing the bad guy.
yeah.
I end up being like the undercover cop. You know what I mean?
And it ends all dope. Like I'm in the interrogation room and shit. Fucking getting interrogated. Fucking cop walks in and fucking I see it's the homie. I'm like,
Ends
damn.
up- yeah.
And it ends all. It's fucking dope.
Yeah. I
So,
think
You just
like-
gotta pay. You gotta watch and like watch it as a movie. Like
Yeah.
don't even, like you didn't even gotta fuck with the music. You know what I mean?
But these are real life scenarios though. These are
Real
things
life
that
shit.
really happen. There is stories of betrayal out here. We've all known someone or had homies that have turned on us in some kind of way or done some shady shit that we don't associate with no more.
Or have some paperwork on somebody and fucking get showed and they'll be like, damn, I would have never thought about that, fool.
Yeah. Or you have, like I said, as far as little homie, like we have younger brothers, sisters, cousins, family members, or even just neighborhood kids that are joining these gangs and joining the dope game, and they don't even know what this lifestyle is going to bring to them. You know what I mean? They're at the time, they're just there living for the moment, trying to make money. And, you know, so everything that we do has a purpose. There's a movement with everything that we're doing. This ain't just going out there and making music no more.
Yeah.
It started off that way, but now, like, it took a different turn, man.
It's too much. And, like, we're not blown up or anything, but we have a strong influence. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who fuck with us, you know? So we feel it's our duty. And it should be everyone's duty. Like, if you have the smallest influence, you gotta fucking... If you have the smallest influence on people, you gotta fucking influence them the right way.
Yeah, and, like, there's a song we did called The Struggles of Life. And that song is, like, basically, like, about, like, friends and family, people that we know that have struggled with drugs and stuff. And, like, how that epidemic hit of how it just... Man, that shit just kind of is destroying our people. You know what I mean?
What?
Lost a lot of good homies.
Just fentanyl, black heroin, everything, man. That stuff just...
Lost a lot of good homies. Lost a lot of good homies to that shit, and not even necessarily they died. They just...
Yeah, like I've had family, you know, and friends just
you ain't with me
go down the wrong road because of this stuff, man.
The circle. And the ones on the fingers don't kick it with you.
You think they're meaning to do, like, fentanyl and shit? Or, like, it's just more of an accident?
Homie. All that shit's a choice.
This is the way I feel, yeah.
You know, that argument, how they say fucking it's a disease? Nah, that shit's a motherfucking choice.
The way I feel is like...
But then again, I don't know when we're talking earlier, we're smoking weed. I mean, there was times when my older cousins would make me smoke weed. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want it at that time. Like, oh, just fucking hit it. Like, fuck.
Yeah, see, like, to me, the way I think, too, is like...
I
like, even, like, some of these drugs are gateway drugs because sometimes they don't get you high no more. Like, when you smoke so much weed only does so much for you. So then they go to pills, and they start doing these pastillas, and then it goes from that to powder to whatever, you know what I mean? Because whatever problems these people are dealing with at the time, it can't be healed with what drug they have in their hand at the time. So, like, me, I don't smoke weed. I don't do other drugs. I mean, I drink. That's my demon. But I know how to control it. So I guess I don't let it overwhelm me to where I become a drunk and I'm missing work or calling off or not being there for my kids or my family. You know, so, like, I guess it's a choice. It's a choice we make to know where we stand. We got morals. We got stuff we got to take care of, responsibilities.
And at the same time, we fucking put that in our music.
But yeah, just how it happens, I don't know. I don't think people mean to get hooked on drugs. It just happens. They like the way it feels. Yeah. And they can't help it. That's all it is.
And it sucks because when you get hooked on that shit, like he was saying, the morals and shit. When you get hooked on that shit, all that shit's out the window. You know what I mean? You're my boy. We've been boys since we were kids. You know what I mean? We grew up together since Sandbox, or even not the Sandbox. You know what I mean?
They lose their morals. It could be when
I never met my homie Weddle Boy until fucking I got out the joint. You know what I mean? But within that time, you know what I mean? I would consider him like one of my friends. That's more of a friend that I was close to back in the day. You know what I mean? Because he was there, like we were talking, you know what I mean? Counted on him, you know what I mean? Yeah. Counted on me. We were there together, you know what I mean? We were in situations together. Fucking, we almost died together, you know what I mean? Not necessarily with him, but in general, you know what I mean? Yeah. But we have, you know what I mean? We have fucking, so you're my boy, you know what I mean? And all that shit don't matter. When you're doing that shit, I'm gonna come to your house, I'm all smoked out, homie. I'm gonna come and take your shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's not a friend.
But you trust me, you know what I mean? Because you trust me, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I have access to your shit. Not necessarily you, but you know what I mean? The homie, you know what I mean? I'm all smoked out on pills or whatever I'm doing. You lose your morals, you know what I mean? You're going to fucking start betraying your people. Like we're talking about the Real Ones Only video. It's about betrayal, you know what I mean? Fucking, when you're on that shit, you just lose yourself. You lose yourself. You're going to fucking start stealing from your people. You're going to start doing people wrong. You're going to fucking run your name through the mud, and no one's going to fuck with you. And that's why you're over there and we're over here.
Yeah.
That's right.
You guys ever like done an
acid or shrooms?
Fuck that.
Other than that, just weed, shrooms. I did it acid once.
Acid?
I feel like
Acid's
shrooms
bomb.
aren't bad.
Acid's bomb.
That's what I'm
Fuck
saying. Like
yeah, I've
that's
done
probably the
acid.
worst.
Have you done acid?
Yeah, one time.
That's the worst I've ever
done that
done.
shit a few times. Like fucking.
Like I said, this is my that's my demon. That's my drug of choice.
I don't really drink. I drink occasionally. I try not to, but I like one of my homies. Shout out my homie Crazy J. Fucking that fool always wants to fucking drink, and I don't like telling my homies no. I don't like telling them no. My girl gets mad at me for that shit. But like you never tell your homies no. But
Like I kind of want to drink too, babe.
and not even that. Like I just feel like you gotta. We were talking about this shit last night too, homie. Fucking, you know how they say, like, who cares what people think? You know what I mean? Which is true to an extent. You know what I mean? It's true, but.
See, and I live like that, bro. Like I don't care about what people think
But
about me.
if you fucking people fuck with you, a different fool, and
Yeah.
fucking you convince them, and you you know what I
Oh,
mean? Like
yeah.
all this, that fool's a win. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Motherfuckers
that
don't know
makes
how to
sense.
conduct themselves, so they're
Yeah.
gonna listen. They're gonna listen to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're gonna, oh yeah, that fool's a weenie. Then they fucking get 10 motherfuckers to fucking say you're this and that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then you're gonna back yourself up. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
Any person. Know what I mean? It has nothing to do with gang culture or none of that shit. A
Yeah.
fucking motherfuckers gonna like, fool, what the fuck? You're trying to run me through the fucking dirt, homie.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Fucking, yeah, that's a whole nother topic too,
Yeah.
homie.
Damn. What about like any shout outs? Anyone you guys want to like?
Yeah, I'll let you go first on it.
Shit. My homies, fucking, my mom, fucking kids, my girl, fucking, the homies. You know what I mean? Everyone that fucks with the movement, everybody that fucking streams our shit, fucking taps in. You know what I mean? Shout out to Latin Beast TV. Them fool homies just put me on. I'm part of the fucking team, the graphic designer. Make sure you guys tap in for cover art, fucking any type of design, promote your business, all that shit. Tap in for that professional look, baby. Fucking.
You have really good graphic design, bro. I was
Yeah,
checking.
I appreciate
see
you.
your shit.
Hell yeah, fucking but yeah, my kids, you know what I mean, my daughter, my sons, fucking, but yeah, my homies. That's my whole thing too. Is for the homies. You know what I mean? I try fucking taking the homies. You know what I mean? Like we're doing that shit last night. Iggy told us, you know what I mean? Told us we could take one person with us, you know what I mean? So we gave it to a homie, you know what I mean? To give him that shine, you know what I mean? Homie wanted to meet the
He's
artist.
our
you know
little
what I mean?
hype man. Shit.
Yeah. But
This
like
homie
even if
goes-
he wasn't, we still would have had him do that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause my thing is like I want to take my fucking homie when we went out to Cali, you know what I mean? I took the homies with me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I want to share our success with my homies, you know what I mean? And if it was up to me, I have fucking all the homies that pull up to the show on stage with me, you know what I mean? When we're performing, if it was up to me, you know what I mean? If I was the one doing the shit, you know what I mean? If it was up to me, you know what I mean? Cause that shit looks dope, you know what I mean? If you're in the crowd and you see a bunch
They
of
see
fools
you
up there,
go
that shit
deep.
looks dope as fuck, you know what I mean? And I got enough people to do that shit that
See-
come out and support us. You know what I
See,
mean?
and I'm a little different. I don't like being seen with a lot of people because I like when people think they have that advantage on me. When they see I roll solo, they're like, "Oh, this one don't got no one with
Yeah,
them."
but
Knowing that majority of that crowd is mine, you know what I mean? And
homie,
if I
meet me in
need
the
'em-
fucking alley where it's fucking dark, homie.
Yeah, no. But yeah, I like to give a shout out to.
Sharpen your
I'm gonna
blade,
try to
homie.
start from the top because I got a list of people, you know. But of course, I want to give a shout out to my kids, my family, my lady. You know, I want to give a shout out to my neighborhood. You know, the Playboys. You know what's up. I want to give a shout out to my city for the Steel City Hustlers, the Steel City.
Hell yeah.
Represent for the 719 Pueblo, Colorado.
Shout out
Also-
to Street Champs.
I want to give a shout out
Thank
to our producers, Sonny Slick.
Sonny Slick.
There's another artist another producer that I use, Dilly Got It Bumping. I want to give a shout out to him.
Bear on the beat.
Bear
Shout out
on
to
the
Bear
beat.
on the beat. Fucking
Uh,
Nizzy on the beats.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the homie Iggy,
The homie
our
Iggy.
promoters. You know what I mean?
Yeah, hell yeah, that's the boy.
But mainly just everyone that
My-
we work with, man.
The
My homie
homies that are
Stomper.
also artists.
Yeah, I want to give a shout out to the Steel City Productions,
Hell yeah,
to
the
my
whole
homie
team.
Weddle, to the
Yeah.
homie Tiny,
Took the words
the
out of my
homie
mouth.
Nate, Nasty Nate. Haven't seen you in a while, dog.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah,
hope
for
you
the
ain't-
most
I
part,
hope you ain't
man.
smoked. I hope you ain't smoked out, homie. I mean,
Yeah.
you're cool. You're cool. Hope. And you're cool at rapping. You know what I mean? You're cool.
But yeah, other than that, man, just pretty much
never
just,
left me hanging on no.
my people.
what I
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
fucking.
hell yeah. Shout out. Yeah. You said it.
You guys have any more topics you guys want to get off your chest?
I'm
Nah.
probably good right now. I got to get ready to
We're
jam
just going
soon.
with the flow. You know what I mean? picking your brain a little bit off of your questions.
Hell
What
yeah.
do you think? What do you think of that? You're gonna be like, damn. You're gonna be watching that shit. And be like, damn, this was on some other shit.
We went for like 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, my fucking girl's pissed right now. Fool, she probably got my shit packed up.
You just want to tell the people where they can follow you guys, stream the music and stuff, and we'll get out of here.
Yeah, so go ahead and check us out on Facebook. Of course, we all have our individual pages. You can check up mine. I go under Stev Dawg and Hernandez, or on Instagram under El Mero Perro, and then I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got.
Yeah. Instagram, Ese Silient 719 SCP.
And then follow
Something
at
like that.
Stomper. I think it's Stomper8 or Stomper719. Stomper
Yeah.
G. Stomper something. You'll find him on there. If he's representing Still City Hustlers, that's him.
You know, tap into the fucking YouTube channel, Still City Productions. You'll find shit from the Hustlers and the solo artist, Weddle Boy, Go Get Her.
Yeah.
Find some shit from the homie Nasty too. Though.
Shout out to all our real ones only.
Since then, I don't know where he went. Yeah, fucking Spotify, Apple Music, all that shit.
Shout out to the homie Lenio.
Yeah, the homie Leno, hype man. Shout out my boy Weddle Boy. The homies, you know what I mean? Straight up, free my motherfucking
Yeah, if
homies.
we missed you,
the homies.
if we missed your shout out, no disrespect, but the homies in general,
Yeah.
everyone that we fuck
Yeah.
with, if we're solid with you and you're solid with us, you know what's up. You know what I mean?
Shout out to everyone that supports us.
Yeah. Shout out to all our fans, especially. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Shout out to all my fucking gente, all my brown people, straight up.
Straight up.
Even if you ain't affiliated, if you ain't,
Orgullo Mexicano, baby.
if you're brown, shout out
Brown
to
and
you,
proud.
straight up. Bro, we're real prideful about our culture and shit. So, hell yeah.
We'll
Free
fucking
my homies.
free them all until it's backwards.
Hell yeah.
Straight
They didn't
up.
do shit.
All right. Street Champs. Guys, if you're watching this, subscribe. It helps us so much. We're trying to get to 2,000. All right, y'all. Like, comment, subscribe, all that. Peace.